on every item you purchase from any Hochanda show, including craft price drop. Plus, Freedom members also get selected discounts and offers. So why not join Freedom now? Get all the craft price drop deals here and pay no postage. Freedom costs just $6.97 per month. Just add that number 88888 to your basket and continue bidding. Craft price drop, the new, exciting way to shop here on Hochanda.
Hello, I'm Leanne Chivers from Crafters Companion. I'm Head of Creative Development for the company and responsible for bringing all of the fabulous products that you see from us on Hochanda. I've been crafting for many years. In fact, since I was 5. My gran taught me to knit, I've been sewing with my mum, but my great love is papercraft. It's the thing that I love to do most. I really do enjoy colouring. Rubber stamping was my first love. It's still the thing that I turn to in my spare time. Our Spectrum products, I believe, are second to none. They're definitely the thing that I'm most proud of in terms of my journey with Crafters Companion. I know we've got lots more innovation, lots more inspiration, fabulous demos for you in the next months and years coming here on Hochanda, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you there. So make sure you don't miss my shows with Crafters Companion on Hochanda.
Hello, good morning, welcome, hope you're well. Welcome on to another Craft Price Drop. It's Friday. Is today your last day at work, or are you still working up until maybe Christmas Eve or whatever? If you can spend time this morning to join us, spend at least the next hour with me if you can, because we, as always, start our day with Craft Price Drop. So bargains galore, bargains guaranteed all the way. There's also a pick. I've had a bit of a look around during the show, and I saw something that I've not seen on Craft Price Drop before, and I know normally we haven't got available, but a lot of crafters love these crayons. We've got them in the show. They're coming up as my pick. They're from Tim Holtz. They're the watercolour distress crayons, but you've also got other things in there, including an ink, a black ink. You've also got a stamp set, and you've also got a paintbrush as well. And they're all they're water-based. So basically, you can actually not just draw with them, you can also, of course, paint with them as well. So that's coming up. If you've seen distress crayons before or heard about them being used, you get a whole manual about how to use them as well. So that's all coming up in the show at some point between now and 8 o'clock. To start off with, though, we're talking stamps, and I'm going to show you what you're going to see on the screen and explain everything in case you've never seen Craft Price Drop before. Item number first, description underneath that. There's nothing unusual there. That's what you're used to seeing, of course, on any of our shows. But then you get 2 prices, and you can think, well, why's the 2 prices up? Do I pay that twice? No. Top price is what you should be paying. The white box price is where you start to see it fall. Now, that is what you've got to keep your eye on, because that is going to start to drop. It could be by pence, it could be by pounds, it could be by 50%, it could be 20%, whatever. The price will fall in the white box. Now, and this is the weird thing, we never know exactly where that price is going to go, and that's the God's honest truth, we don't. Because the quantity will come up there at some point, and when it gets to 0, that will lock the price in the white box. So we've got no way of knowing when the stock is going to get to 0. It all depends on how quickly you put things in your basket and check out. And of course, if you all do that very, very quickly, the 0 stock will appear that much quicker. So that's the way Craft Price Drop works, okay? But the secret to getting in and getting a bargain is to do, well, literally one thing. Put it in your basket and check out online on our website. That's the easiest way. Hochanda.com, or if you want to call the operator, if you want to do that rather than doing it on the website, you can phone them 01733 797 100. We'll get you through to the Craft Price Drop team. Okay, first plummet of the morning then. First plummet for Friday. Here we go. Where are the arrows going to take us first thing? A £5 off, just over. £29.19. We've not even shown you what we've shown. Here we are. This is what we're talking about. We've got our Just Right stamps, which are hugely popular. They've got an affiliation with Spellbinders as well. Very often, as you can probably see here, the shapes of some of these stamps will be very similar, or in some cases identical, to a Spellbinders die. So you may have got some of the dies that will fit these shapes. You may have not. It doesn't really matter if you have or if you haven't. But what you've got here are quality stamps with foam backing as well. Now, all of these are individual. They're all pre-cut. Sometimes you get rubber stamp sheets, but these, as I turn them around, as you can see, are beautifully individual. You've got birthday wishes for you. Happy birthday, friend. Happy birthday. Have a fabulous birthday. Happy birthday wishes, and just happy birthday at the bottom. No, have a super day at the bottom. And then on this one, you've got these frames as well. As you can see here, you've got a frame that you can insert a special message into. Could be happy birthday to you, or hello, have a great day and love. They're all separate. And then finest quality friendship found here. I like that. Premium friend, tried and true. Guaranteed satisfaction. 100%. Love it. Hey. And then you've got, of course, all those flourishes down there in that particular frame as well. So these should be £34.56. So what does that work out to each? £17.28. £17.28 is what it should be each. You're looking at the moment at just under £15 a set. So we've already taken a fiver off the price, just over, and it's still going down. They come. What I like about Just Right stamps are, there's lots of things I like, but the fact that they are actually on their storage sheets. So you can easily peel them off and stick them on. You've got the jump ring holes as well, so they can easily go into a ring binder, so you can build up a collection very quickly and easily. But at a glance, flicking through your ring binder, you can see all the stamps you've got. You know exactly what's where. Lovely fonts on these as well, actually. They will stamp a dream. They really will. Whether you're using a stamping platform, whether you're doing it by hand using your fingers, because I know lots of people do that. Sometimes people like to put the stamps down on a hard surface and then just put the cardstock on top. You can do it like that, or put it on your acrylic blocks or rocker blocks or whatever you've got. £28.35. Get involved as well on Facebook if you'd like to. Every day we say hello to all of you that are on Facebook. If you find us there, you can join in the banter. There's always like a team of regulars that get involved. £20.46 now. £14 and a few pence off. 40% off the price. Not bad. Not a bad way to start Friday with a saving like that. £14, 10p off. Just over £10. £10.23 at the moment per set of stamps. But we haven't got the quantity on the screen yet, which means probably we're going to go even lower. All depends on you. Lots of you coming in, lots of you putting them in your basket and checking out. I love stamps that just kind of celebrate friendship, because you don't see that very often. You see lots of happy birthdays and things, but to actually, see friendship stamps and friendship. I like that premium friend, tried and true, guaranteed satisfaction, 100%. Love it. Yeah, something a bit different. I mean, I'd be chuffed if I got a card like that from a buddy. I'd be thinking, oh, really nice. Is there such a thing as a National Friend Day? Oh, there must be. Let's make one up. It's got to be a Friendship Day, isn't there? Best Buddy Day or whatever. £20.33, £10 and 17p per set of stamps at the moment. All foam backed. You don't need to do a thing. No cutting needed. No sticking foam on the back. It just literally goes straight onto your acrylic block. Hello, Linda. You've got them in your basket. Congratulations. You're in the auction. All now less than 20 quid. You've got 14 stamps here for £19.94. 14 for £19.94. So that's about £1.30. About £1.30, £1.40 a stamp. 42 a stamp. You know what to do. If you want these, either the phone, which is down on the bottom of the screen, or if you prefer, pop it in your basket and check out at the website, hochanda.com. Here comes the quantity. That's what those other arrows that are flashing mean. We've got 11 chances to get in this auction. 11 sets of these stamps left at £19.68. I hope you get them. If you want them, they're there for the taking. And these are quality stamps. And what's what I always say about Craft Price Drop. We're not bringing you things that haven't been popular or didn't sell first time round at full price. A lot of the time, we're bringing you things that have been bestsellers. And also, we sometimes bring you things that you won't normally see on a regular show. A bit like these, probably. £13.33, 60% off. Now, that's more like it. I was down in London yesterday doing a little bit of pre-Christmas shopping, and the sales and what have you, they're everywhere. Everybody is giving you big, big discounts at the moment, and so are we. 60% off. That would have people queuing up the street, wouldn't it? A 60% off sale. We're seeing in most places now like 20% off here, 30% off there if you're lucky. But 60% off the cost of these stamps. Heather, you've got these in your basket. Jan, you have as well. All of you are Freedom members, meaning that no one is paying postage. That's another thing I forgot to mention. If you are a Freedom Club member, you don't pay a penny postage, not only on craft price drop shows, but also on standard Hochanda shows. So treat yourself to Freedom membership. Save that $4.95 on everything you get from craft price drop. The happy birthday to you, the hello, the love, have a great day will fit in those frames, and probably other frames you've got at home as well. And there's the Spellbinders logo, look, meaning that these have been produced to kind of complement the Spellbinders dies. Beautiful quality. There for the taking at £12.94. Look at the saving that we're making here. You're looking at a saving of £22 roughly off the price. 4 left. 3 now. First auction of Friday. Is it the start of the weekend for you? Do you work over the weekend? Maybe your Christmas starts today. Maybe today's the last day of working. For a lot of people I know that's the case. 2 left at £12.81, £22 off. It's gone, last one's gone. Congratulations, that's the slot price.
Price lock.
There we go, confirmed. Everybody pays that final price of £12.81. And everyone was a Freedom member. Good way to start, brilliant. Okay, now something that every crafter needs is cardstock. That's one guaranteed certainty. Everybody needs paper and everyone needs cardstock. You've got 20 colours, 4 of each, 80 sheets in total. Now, Katie, my floor manager, bless her, has very, very, very kindly put one of each of these colours into a little fan for me so I can span them out and show you. This looks to me like leather. Can you see that there's a grain, there's like a texture to it? You're going to get all of these colours, that lovely powder blue, pale pink, kind of a taupey colour, orange, blue, green, and so on. You can really see the texture actually on the green ones really easily. Kaylee, hello Kaylee, morning my love. She says, I like these colours a lot. They are lovely, aren't they? Quite unusual colours actually, some of them. Yeah, really lovely. It's a real Christmas red. But it gives you the look and actually the feel as if it's leather. It does look and feel very much like that. So you're getting those textures. Then you're also getting these in a pearlescent card. And you're getting 4 of each of them. So you're getting 80 sheets in total. So you get 4 of each of these. Now, it's difficult for the camera to pick up sometimes the pearlescent, but I think we're showing you now quite how wonderful these are. Mustard yellow, isn't that gorgeous? There we go. There's a sheen on the pink. Gunmetal grey. You can see it really well on the dark colours, actually. And you've got the dark brown as well. So you get 4 of each of these sheets. Total, 80 sheets of cardstock. This is what it looks like. This is what's going to be arriving at your door without any postage charges if you're a Freedom Club member, remember. And of course, cardstock like this and 80 sheets. It's a good quality GSM. It doesn't actually tell me exactly what the GSM is, but it's a lovely thickness. 37.80 is where we're at the moment, and no delivery charge at all, provided you're in the Freedom Club. 36.96, down from £42, £6 off. And that's a big bundle of cardstock coming your way. I do love this texture, actually. If I hold up the brown one, that really does look like brown leather now, doesn't it? The arrows are flashing. Better than half price. You've got £22 off. £19.99 for 80 sheets. That works out to just 25p a sheet. 25p a sheet for what looks like leather. It looks as if it's got that kind of hammered texture to it, doesn't it? Really like it. And it's similar on the back. It's not textured on the back. You've got the kind of pattern coming through a little bit, but the texture is actually on the front of the cardstock. Is it thick enough to be a card blank? Absolutely it is. Yeah, you could certainly kind of make it into, you know, crease it in half with a scoreboard or whatever and make it into a card blank, no problem. But whether you want to die cut with them, perfect for that. You're getting, remember, all of those colours in the textured pattern, and you get all of these colours in the satin or the pearlescent finish. Really lovely colours. Less than £20, we're saving you more than you're spending. So we're, again, kind of in the kind of 60% off territory here. Not 20 or 30% off, below half price. Better than half price for all of this cardstock here this morning. £19.37. It is what we do at Craft Price Drop every day at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. You see something you like the look of? If you want to have a little look at the show, you can see all the items that are in the show if you go to hochanda.com. But all we ask you is not to put things in your basket until we activate the auction, because if you do, you'll actually be charged the high price. We don't want that to happen. We've gone down even lower. 2/3 off the price, 66% off. Wow. £14 from 42 for 80 sheets of cardstock delivered for that price for Freedom Club members. That's got to be one of the bargains of the show so far. I know we're only 13 minutes in, but it is still a huge discount, a massive discount. My pick's coming up soon as well. The Distress Crayons from Tim Holtz and Ranger. £14. Still no quantity on the screen, so it may even go lower by a few pence. It may go lower by a few pounds. We're down now to 13. £13.69 for all this cardstock, pearlescent, textured. You get the lot. And a lovely display of colours. OK, here comes the stock warning then. It is only 8 sets left, with loads of you already in the auction and having this in your basket. 7 sets. £13.69, so nearly £30 off, about £28 and a few p off the price this morning. A4 assorted cardstock. Everybody needs it, and you've got a colour for every eventuality, a colour for every occasion. Blue, orange, red, mustard, taupe, it's all there. But great to have a texture rather than just plain cardstock, and great to have that pearlescent as well. And the pearlescent is actually pearlescent on both sides. The texture is only textured one side, it's like an emboss, but the actual pearlescent cardstock is the same on both sides. So if you're making maybe boxes out of it, or perhaps both sides are going to be visible if you're doing some folding or anything like that, it's going to look just as good on the reverse as it will on the front. Only 2 left now at £13.35. Good luck. £13.32 is now the price. Is it going to go any lower? 1 left. Anna, you've just closed the auction. Nice one, Anna.
Price lock.
Yep, he's locked the price. You've locked the price. Actually, Anna did that, not me, not you. Anna. Thank you, Anna. You've locked the price and everyone pays just £13.32. Now, I've got to remind you that we have this pick coming up. My pick, Dave's choice. The reason I've chosen these is I was doing a show a little while ago, and a guest that I was working with was using these. And at the time, we didn't have any available. And I was thinking, I bet a lot of people watching this show are probably thinking, I wouldn't mind having a go at those. Well, we've got them in Craft Price Drop. The Tim Holtz Ranger Distress Crayons. You've also got a black soot ink with it as well. And you've also got a watercolour brush. And you also get some stamps as well. So it's a complete colouring pattern, well, a complete colouring pack, to be honest with you, and you can actually paint with the Distress Crayons as well. So they're coming up as my pick. I don't know where that price is going to go, that depends on you, but it's coming up, if you want them, somewhere between now and 8 o'clock. Now, Sue is saying they're not Dave's. Yes, they are Dave's pick. They are. Yes. Meg, who's my producer this morning, she didn't have that selected as my pick. I came up and said, Meg, I want those in the show. Any chance that could be my pick? That's what we do. We're not told what our picks are. We actually choose what we want. Very kind of, very kind of involved we are here, which is nice. Right, now, new to the auction, Spellbinders dies. We've talked about Spellbinders already when we showed you those Just Right stamps. Maybe you've got some Just Right stamps in the shape of these Spellbinders dies. That could be the case. This is Labels 9. Anonymous, you're in straight away. Labels 9, what this one's called. £23.04 should be the price for 6 of these nesting dies. Really good start price, actually. If I flip it round, look at the shape. How cool is that? Rather than just having circles and ovals and squares for nesting, why not have something that's got a little bit more going on, a little bit more design going on? £23.04. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dies that go down or up in equal increments. So you can mat and layer with them. You can cut out frames using them. Perfectly sized frames. You can make aperture cards. You can make mountain cards, or pyramid style, as I sometimes say. But you're going to get the lot. All of those dies, £23.04. Now, that is a good start price for matting and layering dies by Spellbinders, one of the most famous die manufacturers in the world. So you know they're going to do the job brilliantly well. We are going to plummet, but I've got a hunch this plummet might surprise you. I think it's going to surprise me, judging by the way my producer's talking, Meg. Well, by the way, it's Jimmy on knobs and buttons this morning, Meg's on producing, and I've got Katie on the floor. £8.99. Wow. I wasn't expecting that much. I was expecting maybe a fiver off or something, but she was getting quite excited, so I knew something was going to happen. It happens quite often, actually. She does get excited. You're looking at £15 saved, aren't you? £15 off dies that should be any day of the week, 23.04. £8. You don't see anything under a tenner normally. £8.99 delivered. Oh, come on. These will go through any die cutting machine that's on the market, size permitting. Provided the mouth of the machine is big enough, it will go through. Grand Caliber, your Gemini, Gemini Junior as well, I'm sure, no problem with that either. Big Shot, all those machines that we know and love. These are going to work. They're going to cut beautifully. But I love nesting dies because they do so many different things. If you just want an aperture of a certain size in a certain design, that will do it. When you want to then cut another one maybe slightly smaller to make a frame, that will do it. When you want to have the pyramid style and the inverted cuts, the ones that kind of go into like a cave style, and then the ones that go up to a point, that's what these dies will do. They do about 5 jobs, 4 or 5 jobs. £8.99. You just can't let these slip through your fingers. For less than a £10 note, you'll use these for years to come, and you'll always remember, they were the ones I got on Craft Price Drop. They're only £8.99. And no P&P either. If you're having to pay £4.95 postage, you know, that's over half of the cost of these dies gone in P&P on top of £8.99. Join the Freedom Club. It makes so much sense. You get bargains like this delivered to your door without any postage charge at all. Everyone that's got a die machine will use these. These are not going to be dies that just sit in a drawer and you forget you've even got. You'll use them as much, probably, if not more, than your circle and your square nesting dies too, because they've got more character, they've got more shape and design to them. £8.97. It's still going lower. Wow. Loads of you in on this one. We've got 14 left, 14 chances. If you want to go for 3 or 4 of them, if you want to buy them as gifts for other members of the family or crafty friends at that sort of price, if you've got a £10 budget, let's say, £8.95. All these people are in. Cheryl, yeah, I agree with you, Cheryl. She says that's a silly price. That's crazy. This is why Meg was getting excited. She could see where we could potentially go with it. We never know where the price is going to stop and where it's going to lock, because it depends on how many of you and how quickly if you get through. When it gets to 0, that is it. We'll lock the price. It's going down to £8.93. Every penny helps. 10 left. Single figure stock. And actually, you can use them both ways. They work that way and that way. Loads of you putting these in your baskets and checking out. Not surprised. £8.91. When people come in the studio and then they go off to order things, that's when you know that you've got something very, very desirable. And that happens an awful lot during Craft Price Drop. £8.89. It's usually Fiona Clayton. She normally comes in, she looks at the screen and goes, oh, just have to look at that. Off she goes. £8.87 for Spellbinders dies. Emboss, stencil, cut. Yeah, absolutely, all of those things. But look, there's a frame. So that's what the dies can do. There's a mat and layer, just one on top of the other, and there's just basically an aperture. So you got that as a cut, that as a topper, and then you've got the hole that's left behind. So, you know, it makes absolute sense to invest in these. Only 3 left at we've gone down to £8.85 from 23.04. This has got to be one of the bargains of the show. £8.85. Good luck. 2 left. Last one. Who's going to get the last one? Kate, you have got the last one.
Price lock.
Busy, busy, busy. Everyone, I'm sure you're over the moon with that, aren't you? To get all of those dice for just £8.85. Right then. I didn't ask for any water, Katie. Can I have some water to... Sorry. Okay. I should have asked. We're already... I knew this would be popular. I had a feeling. I can't remember the show that I did. Who was it that was using these? Can't remember, but I remember thinking, you're using something we haven't got in stock. People are going to want these. Well, we didn't have them then, but we got them now. this is great news. We've got the Distress crayons. These are the same colours that you find Distress inks in, okay? Whether they're the oxides or whether they're the ordinary ones. And what you've got here are 2, 4, 6 colours from the Distress ink range from Tim Holtz, and these are all water-based crayons. You turn the end, that then propels the crayon. You're loving these. Knew you would. Look, they are as creamy as cream can be. We've never had the crayons, I don't think, before. Or if they have been in stock, they haven't been in stock for a little while. So you've got 6 of these crayons in all these beautiful Distress ink colours. You've also got a stamping set, which you can stamp and colour in using the crayons. You've also got a little Ranger Archival Ink Black Soot, which you can use, of course. Thank you for that. Now that's perfect to use with the stamps, of course, and then use the crayons to colour in. And then you've actually got, if I open up the book, you've got a little manual. If this is a new medium for you, you're not sure how to use them or how they work, it shows you step by step how to create different effects, like shading, for example. We've got so many of you putting these into your basket. This may be the only time we can have these in stock. We'll try and get them back again if they sell out completely. Excuse me, $24.99 is the starting price. But remember, as I said to you, these are water-based. So I just get my brush, which comes with this. You can actually, look. If you don't like necessarily the texture that crayons leave, you can, of course, smooth them out, paint with them, blend with them. They are completely water reactive, just like Distress inks are. And they are as creamy as you could ever possibly wish. So think of them really as a watercolour palette in a crayon form, all those colours. And you can see just how much you've got in each one, and you know that having Ranger and Tim Holtz behind it, it's going to be a superb quality product. Let me just see if I can, let me do a little bit of blending. There are 50 of you putting these in your basket right now this second. And we've only got, I believe, 40 left. So we've got quite a healthy quantity, but the quantity is going. Let's just see if I can blend with a little bit of water here. Oh yeah, look at this. We've taken the price down to £15. You've got nearly a £10 saving off Ranger and Tim Holtz water-based Distress crayons. I mean, normally crayons are wax-based, aren't they? You can't do that. But look at how those colours blend together. You get a complete bundle. You even get, do you get the cardstock as well? I didn't realise that. Watercolour card, you get that as well. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheets of watercolour card. I was using ordinary cardstock. Let me use the watercolour card. Nearly 70 of you now with these in your basket this morning. If you want to really kind of highlight the texture of the watercolour card, look at the effect that you can get with the Distress crayon. It looks like bark now on watercolour card, and the watercolour card I'm using is in there. Let's get the brush. Let's get it moving. Look at this. I'm so pleased for you that we've got these in stock, and as soon as I saw them there today, I thought everyone's going to want these because we didn't have them when we were actually using them in a demo a little while ago. It's quite naughty of us to do that, actually, because obviously if you see something being used, you want to buy it very often. But now we've got them in craft price drop. £14.56 is all this is going to cost you at the moment. Should be $24.99. And you get everything that I've shown you. All 6 of these Distress crayons in these gorgeous Distress ink colours, which you probably have got at home anyway. And they also are the same colours, of course, as the Distress oxides too. Do they actually? Oh, we've got Rusty, my favourite, Rusty Hinge. Rusty Hinge is in there. Hey, it's the little things in life. Let me just get the Rusty Hinge going here, but look at this. Again, you want to just turn the end. It's like a propelling pencil. So you've got loads of crayon in there. There's Rusty Hinge. They've got the names on the sides there as well. I wonder let me just show you how much crayon you've got in there. Ooh, loads. Look at this. We've got queues on the phones. Have we got more people putting them in the basket than we have stock? Oh, you've got to check out if it's in your basket. Nearly 90 of you have got these in your basket right now. Please, if you could check out, I'll be very grateful, because otherwise you're going to miss out and you'll be kicking yourself. Check out. Remember, it's not the putting it in your basket that counts, it's the checking out that counts. Everyone will pay the final low price, so don't worry about the price being whatever it is in the moment. It'll probably go down a few more pence, maybe even a pound. Who knows? I don't know. You've got, what colours have we got here? Festive berries. If you're wanting to check that you've got the pads that match. Seedless preserves is the purple. Chipped sapphire, that's a popular one, the blue. You've got peeled paint, which is that lovely olive green. Fossilised amber, and everybody's favourite, rusty hinge. It's like a drag act, isn't it? You can just imagine a drag queen being called Rusty Hinge. So there we go. And just in here, look, if I open up the book, there we are, look. Watercolour backgrounds, okay, the alarm's going off. That's a bit like my bedside alarm, actually. Okay, you've got to check out now. It is a warning. We now have got so many of you with these in your baskets. The checkout procedure, that confirms your purchase. You get the stamps, you get the distressed crayons, you get the fantastic black soot archival quality ink as well. So in other words, you can stamp with that ink onto watercolour card or onto cardstock and use these without, obviously, the black ink moving. It won't react to water, which is why it's actually in this set. So it's a complete watercolour kit here. Think of it like a palette of paint. Michelle, you just closed the auction.
Price locked. Wow.
They went so quickly. Congratulations to every one of you that ordered that at £13.90. That was my tip for the hour. And wow, what a response that was. Right, that went very, very well. Very, very busy. Please check out, if you haven't already, that confirms you pay that final low price. If any bounce back, and then you put it in your basket and check out, you'll be charged the high price, which I don't want anyone to do. Right, now, we've got some yarn for you. Now, these are from Yarn Inspirations, Bernat. Now, I must admit, I'm not a big yarn aficionado. I don't know much about yarn. I've never knitted or crocheted, I've got to be honest with you. But have a little look at the design of this. This, to me, is incredibly intriguing and interesting. It's not like yarn I've seen before. If I just take a little bit of the yarn, I don't know where the end is, but as you can see, it's very, very unusual and different. It goes from being like a cord to then almost like a rope effect, but it's incredibly soft. Tested for harmful substances as well, so it's absolutely fine to be used on maybe babies, gowns, rugs, you know, blankets, whatever. But you're going to get two big balls of this. It's 6 mil, 285 yards is what you're going to get, and there's 225 grams in each ball of yarn just here. Now, what you make out of this is entirely up to you. Is it going to be maybe a baby grow? Is it going to be a little jumper? Is it going to be a blanket to keep them warm in their cot or whatever? But it's in this beautiful yellow and blue tones. So I think that would suit a little girl, and also it would suit a little boy too, to be honest with you. It's not necessarily a predominantly feminine colour, but if you see the picture, it gives you an idea of the sort of thing that you can actually make with it. £19.98, gender neutral, those are the words I should, yeah. £16.03 is the price for both of these. They should be just under £10 each, £9.99 per ball of yarn. Set of two Bernat mixed baby yarn balls, yellow, but it has got shots of blue running through it. The yellow is the kind of fluffy effect, and then where you've got the blue, that's where it becomes a little bit more cord-like, but it's incredibly soft. It's not cord at all. It's incredibly soft yarn. Tell me, it's 50% polyester, 49.5% acrylic, and 0.5% nylon. But it is incredibly soft, super, super soft. Is this what you've been looking for? A yarn that's got a little bit of character, that's different, that's incredibly tactile. It's not coarse at all. It's incredibly smooth and soft to the touch. I mean, look, imagine a blanket made from it. Imagine maybe some jumpers made from it, possibly, or a little jacket. It would look absolutely gorgeous. And there's a free pattern on the label, evidently, which obviously I'm not going to undo because that would kind of ruin the ball, but on the reverse of the label is where you'll find a free pattern. Or maybe you've got just the pattern that you want to use this yarn for. £15.11. We've taken 25% off the price at the moment. 25% off. Are you coming in for this? We'll get it to your door in the next few days. You'll be knitting and making. Maybe you've got some, maybe you just had the news that someone in your family is expecting. You're thinking, okay, got to do the mother thing, or got to do the grand thing, and get knitting, make something for the baby. Well, it may be for the guy to do the knitting as well. Lots of guys do knitting these days. 17 remaining now. 17 left at $14.95. Something different from Burnout. All you've got to do, remember, if you want to call us to be in the auction, that's fine. The operator will put you in the auction. Make sure you pay the final price. 01733 797 100. Failing that, if you want to do it yourself, then go to the website, hochanda.com. Pop it in your basket. Check out. That's you confirmed. You'll only pay the final price, but it's the checkout that makes the difference. Not putting it in your basket, it's the checking out what's in your basket. That confirms that you'll pay at the moment £12.29. That's a lot of yarn. 285 yards on each. That's just a little bit short of 600 yards. 570 yards in total. £12.29. Now, you probably know more than I do what that will make and what you can make out of that size and that length of yarn. 13 left. 12 chances now to get into the auction. It's only £12.29, £7 and a few pence off. Another anonymous bid has just come through. In Harrow, you're not in our club. So if you want to be in the Freedom Club, please do join. Otherwise, you'll be paying postage, which we don't want anyone to do. £6.97 for Freedom membership. 888, the item number. You can put that into your order at the same time as you put this in your basket and check out. That way, you won't be charged P&P, and you won't be charged P&P for a whole month, because that's what it is. £6.97 for a month's membership of Freedom. £11.97 now for the 2 balls of yarn. 9 left. Something a bit unusual. Never seen it before. You don't see yarn, to be honest, that often on Craft Price Drop. Very, very rarely. And when this suddenly appeared, I thought, ooh, yeah, that's really kind of suitable for both. Baby boys, baby girls. £9.60 for both of these huge balls of yarn. Better than half price. Imagine a little jacket or a little, I don't know, blanket made out of this. A cot blanket. Be absolutely gorgeous. And they're super, super soft. I think that comes across. I think you can see that it's incredibly soft and tactile. £9.44 gets you both balls. 5 left. Oh, by the way, got knobs coming up. The most famous knobs in the world are in this show. £9.44. 3 remaining. Just 2 left. Last one. It's just gone. Congratulations.
Price lock.
I wonder what you can be making with that. Send us a picture in a week or two or a month or two whenever you've made something. I'd like to see what you've done with those. Right. Now, on Craft Price Drop, we sometimes bring you some amazing books. Now, these are embroidery books, and there's lots and lots going on in here. If you, like our Rosella, for example, are into your embroidery, or maybe just starting out, we've got 2 books for you that should be about just over £20 each. £43.98 for both of these books, but you know that is not going to be the price you're going to be asked to pay, not at all. You've got 300 motifs in these books in total. That's what you're looking at. Now, what does a motif mean? Let me just flick through this one to start off with. This is actually written by Maria Diaz, and I say written by, she's also illustrated and done all the work in here, of course, as well. And it shows you all the basics about embroidery right at the beginning of the book, and then it starts to take you into things like how to select your threads, what type of thread is best for what type of stitch, all that sort of thing. And then it goes through all the different stitches that you'll need in the book. And then the projects begin. Then the fun begins. Everything floral that you can see. Aren't they lovely? Those sunflowers are gorgeous. Bees. We love the bees. Deborah. Hi, Deborah. You want these? You put them in your basket, I think, or in your... yeah, if you haven't checked out yet, if you could, that would be great. That confirms that you'll pay the final low price, whatever that low price will be. So loads and loads of projects in here, and they give you a beginning and, well, kind of a before and an after picture, so it gives you inspiration. Like if you want to embroider things like vegetables, your watering can and all that sort of thing, not just flowers, bunch of grapes. There we go. Keep on flicking through for you. Whether you're doing frames, embroidery frames, or whatever, you'll master the stitches, I'm sure, incredibly quickly. That's book number 1. And then book number 2 is by a different artist, I think. It's by Susan Bates. And Susan is Talking Beautiful Stitches. So again, I dare say there's a little bit of a prelude at the front. List of contents, there we are, look. So again, it's showing you all the things that you need. It talks about threads, it talks about the stitches that are in the book as well. And then off we go with the projects. You've got your beautiful birds, the swifts. You've got, yeah, very nature inspired, this one. The kingfisher there as well. Lovely, isn't it? So all of these are designed for you to be able to do yourself at home. And whether you're embroidering for your own real passion and love, and it's going to be put up in your home, or whether you're embroidering and then maybe gifting or selling. Every page has got inspiration. Every page. Ooh, now we're talking, on to cake now. Hampers, carrots, pansies. 60% off the price. Oh, the stag. Hang on, hang on. There we go. One of my favourite things. Only £8.52 per book is what you're looking at here. That's all they are at the moment. Beautifully illustrated, beautifully photographed. And for anyone that's into their embroidery, 2 books that you'll love to have on the shelf, which you can reach for. An Embroiderer's Garden by Maria Diaz. There we go. And then the other one is a little bit more varied. It's got all sorts in it. Oh, we're doing a double drop. 2 books, double drop, why not? $43.98. What does it become? £13, $6.50 each. We've got some bargains on Craft Price Drop this morning. Real bargains. 70% of the stock. So no, it isn't. 70% off. 70% off the price. Not 70% of the stock at all. £30 is your discount. Over 100 freestyle embroidery motifs. So a motif basically is an image, is a shape, or is an item. How many have we got? We've got 18 left. With lots of you already putting them in your basket. Over 100 motifs on that one. It doesn't say exactly how many. Oh, hang on. 200 in this one. So you've got 300 projects between the 2 books. That's a minimum. That'll keep you busy. 16 left. This is the sort of thing that's lovely to pick up on dark mornings, dark evenings. It was dark by 3:30 yesterday afternoon, wasn't it? Is today the shortest day, I think, of the year? I think it is, yeah. It's lovely to have, get your daylight lamp or whatever it is that you've got there, sit there over the evening, doing something that's just so relaxing and tranquil, but productive. And it's just a fun thing to do, isn't it? 13 left then. £13, sorry. 13 left, £13. Here come the bidders that are in this auction. Emma in Spalding. Hi, Emma. Freedom member Valerie in Westcliff-on-Sea. You're not paying postage either. All the Freedom members, look. Jill in Purley. Anne in Rotherham. Anonymous in London. That could be that you're paying P&P. Because if you haven't got your name, you're probably not a Freedom member. Nicola in London. Karen in Southampton. Leonora in London as well. I like that name. I haven't heard that and seen that name for a long time. 10 left. Now down to single figures at £12.67. You're looking at £21 off. They're only £6.34 a book for 300 projects. Embroidery is just lovely. It's tactile. It's a labour of love. It's the sort of thing, it's a bit like parchment and that sort of thing. Don't expect to get it done in an hour. It's going to take you a little while. But, once you've perfected the stitches, and if you're not quite sure what stitch is what, that's where this book comes in. Because it kind of gives you guidance, and it also shows you how to do all the different stitches step by step. So have a little practice with those first. Work out what project you want to do first. Work out what stitches you need for that project, and then off you go. We've only got 1 left now. 1 set of books remain. £12.34. Avril, you've closed the auction. Thanks, Avril.
Price lock.
Locked price at £12.34. Everyone pays that final low price. £6.17 a book. Bargain. Okay, only 15 minutes left on our first Craft Price Drop of the morning for Friday. Hope you can be with us all over the weekend. We've got some great shows coming up right the way through this weekend. And also Craft Price Drop, of course, starts our live shows every single morning at 7 o'clock. Washi tape. Now, what is washi tape all about? Well, it's decorative. First and foremost, it's decorative. And most people who use washi tape use it in like a scrapbooking capacity, but it can be used in many, many more ways than that. You can use it in your journals, all of those sort of things, because it's decorative, yes, and it's tacky and sticky, yes. You wouldn't necessarily use washi tape to construct anything. It's more really decorative than anything else. And it's tearable as well. You don't need to get your scissors out. Now, what I see an awful lot of people doing with washi tape is you use it in lots of ways. You can use it as like frames. You can use it maybe like a frame on a scrapbook, maybe, or if you wanted to maybe stick down a photograph or something like that with it, so it's decorative, a decorative frame. But then also I see an awful lot of people make them into little tags. So if you wanted to, you could maybe just wrap them over a leaf of a page, and then you've actually got then a little tag that sticks out. So you can have different coloured tags for different types or different, different things that are in the book, for example, different pages, different sections. And what you've got here are 20 rolls of washi tape for £59.80, so £3, nearly £3 a roll. Look at what we've done. We've taken it down by 2/3, down to £20 for all of this washi tape. 20 rolls, £20, £1 a roll. That is brilliant, absolutely brilliant value. Look at this one here with the Christmas trees on it. Really sweet. Washi tape is a little bit translucent as well. So whatever you're putting it on, the colour of whatever's underneath it will kind of come through a little bit, certainly if it's a white washi tape. Obviously the darker colours probably not. And you get 2 of each design as well. Now we had these on, was it last week I think? I did a show when these were on. So we've been able to get them back for you, which is good news. Sometimes when we get rid of something and sell it out, we can sometimes not have the chance to get it back. So in this instance we've been able to get some more, which is good. Margaret in Swindon, hello Margaret. They're on their way to you. You put them in your basket, you've checked out. That's you, confirmed. You'll be paying the final low price. You've got the chevrons here, the arrows. They're really cool. No, that's not Christmassy. I mean, although red and green is a Christmas combination, but no, that's all year round. Actually, a lot of them are. That one certainly could be. Yeah, the dots, they're really lovely. Really lovely. How are you going to be using yours? Where do you put your washi tape? Do you use it in journals, crafting journals, scrapbooks, photo albums? It's an American thing, washi tape, isn't it? Yeah. It started out massively with the scrapbooking industry in America, massively. And now over here, we're getting the chance to have it as well. I love it because it's just very user-friendly. And also repositionable. So if you do put it down, it's a little bit forgiving in that if I just pick one up like that. If you put it down and you suddenly think to yourself, actually, I've got that a bit wonky, you know, if I stick it down, there we are. I'll think, oh, actually, I've put that in the wrong place. Oh, dear. Don't mind. Look. If you've got a planner, actually, yes. I have an organizer, like a leather. Well, it's a Filofax. I know it's a brand, but that's what it is. And I've got my mobile phone, and I've got all the electronic storage on there and everything else. But I love to have a hard copy. I love to have a diary and an organizer. You can use this washi tape to kind of decorate that as well. Jazz up your diary, jazz up your appointment book or whatever it may be. Yeah, use it maybe on little notes and letters if you send those to people. Washi tape is a brilliantly decorative thing to have, at a great price as well. You would maybe not want to pay £59.80. You wouldn't want to pay maybe £3 a roll. But if you buy a roll individually, that's what you're expected to pay, between £2.90 and £3. £17.34 for all 20 rolls. 87p a roll. That's all you're paying for quality washi tape. How does it give us a length on each roll, Meg? It doesn't. 1.5 centimetres wide, but it doesn't give us a length. That's a shame. But there's a lot on there. You can see just how much is on that roll. There's a lot for your money. 20 rolls of washi tape. Washi with an I. Not wishy-washy. £16.58. So you're saving now, let me just do the maths, £43 off the price. Here comes another price crash. Let's get that price down. Craft price drop goes to £15.50. That is nearly 3/4 off the price, nearly 75% off. Amazing savings in the show today. Oh, craft price drop's always good, but 75%? Where else do you get 3/4 off? Or if you do, you think to yourself, you go into the shop and they've never got your size. You see a great reduction, and it's not going to look right in your home. It's not going to fit right on your body, and you think, oh, that's why it's 75% off, because it's the weird sizes or whatever. No, this is practical, beautiful, everyday washi tape at a ridiculously affordable price. 8 sets. That's a lot of washi tape. That's a big tower of tape, I'll tell you. 20 of them. Can I? Is it achievable? Yeah, I reckon. Ta-da! Yay! A Tara washi. Now, Kate's got to move this without it tumbling over. Okay, 5 left. £15.50. It can't go down much more, surely. Is this the final price? All of this. The leading tower of washi. Look at it. That's a lot of sticky stuff. 5 left. You wouldn't wrap up presents with it, but you could certainly decorate the wrapping with it. £15.47 with 4 remaining. Last 3 now. We've had some big auctions and some very popular ones. The bell, you've got the bells, you've got the Christmas trees, you've got the dots, you've got the kind of tartan. I think my favourite's the chevrons. Yeah, I like that. Last one then. Who's going to get the last one? They'll all be delivered to your door. Margaret?
Price lock.
Margaret, thank you, Margaret. You've got the last one. All 20 rolls, £15.44. That works out to about, was that about 80p? 78p a roll. Now, you know, how can I put this? When we had our Christmas party, which I couldn't go to because I was working the day before and the day after. Anyway, there's what we have every year. The guys, the techie guys here, put together a Christmas tape so that the staff and everyone can have a laugh at things that maybe didn't quite go according to plan during the year. It's blooper tape. Like, it'll be all right the night, but you know, in-house. And I featured on it a bit sporadically. Because earlier in this year, these have got a lot to answer for. That's all I'm going to say. These are the knobs that reduced me to tears. Do you know what? We have the Secret Santa here, and I've just got a horrible feeling these might be in my. I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't be. But anyway, sparkling knobs. The brightest sparkling knobs you could ever possibly wish to have in your home are coming your way. These are from Craft Buddy, so I blame them. Now, what would you put those on? You do get the screws as well, by the way. So if you've got to take some old, boring knobs off to put some really funky, sparkling knobs on, you've got to get the screw, and it comes with it, OK? But where are you going to put them? Because I was actually, funny thing was, when I first saw these, I'd only about a week or 2 before been online and bought some knobs myself. And I was just expressing how expensive they can be, especially online. And of course, I was digging myself a hole. It was getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But these are the most famous knobs in Hochanda history. If you'd like to own them, if you'd like to have them on your bedroom, maybe your bedroom cupboard door, maybe your bedside cabinet, maybe in the kitchen, wherever you want a little bit of bling, a bit of bling. You know, with Craft Buddy, they're known for their bling. Why not have bling on your knobs? Because that's what you got there. £13 for a set of 6. The crystal clear door knobs. I wish we could play that blooper tape, you know. I would love to. I think we might get thrown off the air actually if we did, but it's... There's actually a rap that was edited by Rob, who's our technical guy this morning. He did. I was actually on holiday. Where was I? I was in Malta, I think I was. Yeah, with friends. And I get this email, and it was the knob rap. we could have tried to get that in the charts. We could have done like a Nick Knowles, couldn't we, and gone to the top of the iTunes chart with it. Oh, I'm telling you all this, and it's probably making you intrigued. You want to hear it now, don't you? That ain't going to happen. Sorry. Actually, search my Facebook page. You'll find it. Yeah, it's on my Facebook page. So if you go to, I think it's on both, actually, Dave Bradford on Hochanda and also just my ordinary Dave Bradford one. Yeah, it'll be on there. Okay, we've only got 5 minutes left. At least I haven't burst into tears of laughter with this one today. I've got to have them in my home. I should own these, shouldn't I? I need to have them. They're a career highlight for me. £10.94 off for a load of knobs. 15 left. I think kitchen cupboards with a bit of sparkle. I like that idea. Yeah, it will. Yeah, if something's looking a bit past it, stick a new knob on it. That'll jazz it up. £9.98 for a set of 6. Nearly 60% off the price. 14 remain. And they are very good quality, actually. Joking aside, they're really heavy. Shame you can't wear them, really. No. Bit Liberace. 12 left then. Is this our final? Oh no, we've got one more. We're going to try and get one more auction in. If you saw the show where these first appeared, I'd love to know, actually, those of you that bought them before, where have you stuck them? Take a picture of where you've put your knobs. I want to know. Email them in. All pictures gratefully received. studio@hochanda.com. Show us what you've done with them. 4 left. I want to see what you've jazzed up with these. Have we got any pictures yet?
Price lock.
They've gone. Who got the last one? Catherine, congratulations. £9.98, Catherine. That's what you've paid, and that's what everyone else will pay as well. Okay, right now we only have a couple of minutes left. Sue Peck is here, by the way. We've got some sewing for you coming up in the next hour. Some brilliant kits for bag making, that sort of thing, and cushion making too. So if that's your thing, stick around. We've got these aperture cards, though, available right now. Now, what you're getting are aperture cards and envelopes, 10 packs of 4. So there are 40 cards and 40 envelopes in total. And they come with frames as well. Now, you've got the main card blank, you've also got the card aperture as well, and you get the envelopes to go with them too. And they are, I think, different sizes. Yeah, you can see here, you've got the creamer ones that are slightly smaller, the white ones are slightly larger. So there are your aperture frames. So obviously, if you just want to have a square opening, for example, like a square die would achieve, then there it is. But then you've got these frames which you can use on something else. Or you can mat and layer them so that you've got 3-dimensional, like a pyramide style. So it's doing the job, basically, of matting and nesting dies, but without the dies. So if you haven't got it, you haven't got a machine, or you haven't got the dies to do it, then these are pre-done for you. You just basically pop them out. They're all die cut. So £12.32, half the price. They should be better than half price. So you've got, the envelopes are 152mm on these ones, and the cream ones are 127mm. And you've got 65mm aperture frames. That's about, what, 6.5 centimetres? Yeah. 2 left now at £12.32. We don't have long at all. If you've got these in your basket, please do check out. They're all in packs of 4, by the way. So if you're only going to use 1 or 2 at a time, you can obviously reseal these packs. They've got the resealable flap at the back. Anna, you got the last one.
Price lock.
It's a quick auction, wasn't it? Blimey. Where did that hour go? It always goes so quick on Craft Price Drop. Thanks ever so much for your company. There'll be another one online today at 11 o'clock. And there's also another one tonight on TV at 7 p.m. Who's doing the 11 o'clock one? Do we know? Janice. Janice is doing the online one. That's craftpricedrop.com. That's the only way you'll see that, is to go to that website, craftpricedrop.com. And then tonight, I think it's Matt doing the one at 7 o'clock. So thank you for your company. Remember, you can join Freedom if you'd like to, so you don't have to worry about postage. It's 888 £6.97 if you're in the UK, €14.97 if you're in Europe, and $19.99 if you're in the USA. Got a bit of sewing then coming up with Sue Peck and myself in the next hour, so stick around if you can. Spend Friday with us, or as much of it as you can. Don't go away. So yes, Design and Sew with Supec next. And then we've got Sizzix, the Big Save one-day special, and then Tonic's Big Save here a little bit later on. That's all to come on Friday here at Hochanda.
Hi, my name's Jodie Johnson from Tonic Studios. Now, how did I start crafting? I started just after school. I actually went to catering college and I started as a pastry chef. And that's where all my skills came, when I was moulding and shaping the petals. I was that lady making the cards, making the gifts, going to the farmers markets, but I was in the right place at the right time. And I ended up with a job at Tonic Studios by somebody showing Tonic my work. My dad always said, if you want a precise job, you need the correct tool. Now, I thought he was joking when he talked about planes and chisels and all that business. But if you do want the correct tool, Tonic is going to provide that for you. Now, here at Hochanda, we share all our skills, all our experience, all the little hints and tips with you. So come and join me here on Hochanda with Tonic Studios.
Threaders repositionable fabric adhesive sheets allow you to layer up and bond fabric. They are double-sided and can be used with the Gemini machine and Threaders dye range. The 10 double-sided A4 sheets are ideal for applique, as they keep small pieces of fabric stuck down. To stock up, check out at www.hochanda.com.
Hi, I'm Leslie from Chocolate Baroque, and we design and manufacture our own rubber stamps right here in the northeast of England. We have a wonderful in-house designer called Sue, who hand draws all the images, which we then transfer into rubber stamps. We have very, very elaborate designs. We have everything from steampunk right through to beautiful florals, and then we have scenic and we have words. Our stamps are beautifully elaborate, very, very detailed, exquisitely etched, and the quality is next to none. So good that if you look after your stamps, we guarantee them for a lifetime. Whether it's stamping, mixed media, or art journaling, join us at Hochanda for our journey into everything creative and messy, and see what you can create with our stamps.
Morning, hello. Welcome along to Hochanda. Great to have your company on this Friday. Supec's with us. Good to see you, Sue. Nice to work with you.
Yes, at last.
Yeah, because you've done a few shows with us, but I haven't been here.
No, that's right. It's obviously been your day off. You are allowed one or two.
I never have days off. I did have yesterday off, actually, thinking about it.
Yes.
Well, it's good to see you. Now, what you bring us fantastic kind of sewing kits, that sort of thing?
Yes, yeah. I design everything. I actually do the whole lot. I design it, I make it, I do the packing.
Wow.
And
One band.
Yeah, that's right. I like to make things that are going to be useful.
Yeah.
You know, because being a lady, of course, I know what it's like with bags. You want one that's big enough to take this, and we need an assortment.
Oh, absolutely. I'm into bags as well. I've got about a dozen of them.
Yeah.
I love them. But this particular one, though, first things first, is a reversible bag. This is the Lucia. And it's brand new today. Should be $34.99, but we've got an introductory price saving you £4 off the price. £30.99. And this is an all-rounder, isn't it, really?
Yes. I mean, it's a huge bag. It's got nice long straps. This is going to clash with red. I know it is, but it can go on your shoulder. Mm-hmm. So it's quite handy. And, of course, when it's because it's fully reversible, when it's that way, you've got spotty handles.
Yeah.
When you've got it the other way...
You've got the floral?
Yes.
Ah.
So, and it's washable. It's a very hard-wearing cotton.
It's almost canvas, isn't it?
It is, that's right. But it's very, very hard-wearing. And the thing is, what I like about this particular company's fabrics that I buy, the colours stay. Mm. You can wash them and wash them and wash them, and the colours are still nice and strong.
And to be honest, you know, this is a shopping bag. It can be a beach bag in the summer. It's an all-rounder, all seasons, isn't it?
Everything.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I've got one which is a similar sort of bag, and I put a zip on, and that's my beach bag.
Right.
There again, it gets covered in sand and everything, comes back, put it in the washing machine, and it's no problem.
Well, totally reversible as well. If you want the spotty on show or you want the floral on show, both obviously complement in colour perfectly, and it's £30.99. And is it an easy thing to
It's
to
very
make?
easy to make. I'm going to show you how to make this bag, but basically it's just all straight sewing.
Great.
A
Sounds good.
beginner can make it. You know, first thing you ever do, you can make this bag.
Okay. Now, the next bag, I mean, that's all-rounder, isn't it, that bag?
Yes.
This next bag, though, it has a crafty theme very much in mind for it, because this is designed to accommodate your cutting mats.
Yes.
And rulers and all that sort of thing
Yeah.
as well. So if that's something that you like to take on maybe to crafting crops or whatever it may be, or around friends' houses, this is a perfect bag to make. Plenty of room in there, though.
Yeah,
All
it's
your-
got two big pockets as well inside, so you can put your smaller rulers in.
Right.
I mean, I find that great, because if you are going to classes, you just pick the bag up.
Yeah.
And you know all your rulers are there.
Or if you're going maybe from the bedroom upstairs down to do some crafting of an evening down in the main lounge or something, it's easy
You
to
can
pick
even
everything
hang it up, you know, on a hook.
Yeah, on the door.
It is padded as well, so it does help to protect your rulers. You
So
know.
it's rulers, it's cutting mats, it's all those sort of things that you want to carry around.
Yeah, I've even
And-
got my pressing mat in there as well. That's,
right.
that's in there. So a lot of people have got these. They're multi-pressing things, cutting.
Mm-hmm.
You've got that in there as well. So everything, you could just, if you go into a class, just pick that up and away it goes.
Now, all the fabric you need to make it is included. The only thing that you need, I suppose, is just thread and, well, the sewing machine.
All you need is a thread and sewing machine.
Right, everything else is there?
Yes,
And this is,
yeah.
again, that lovely, very durable cotton fabric, again, that we're talking about, verging on canvas, but the print on it is lovely. Quite monochrome as well. You've got your blacks and your olive greens and your greys in there, which is rather stylish. £29.99, £5 off this one. £34.99 it should be. 787068 your item number. So if you want to have a bag for all your rules and that sort of thing, and it can be used for other things as well,
Oh, yes.
then just
Yeah.
give us a call. Okay, now cushions. Got two options with this, haven't we?
Yes, and it's a Japanese fabric. The grey or the blue.
Let me lift this up so you can see. Look at that. There's the grey one.
And you know, it is very much a starter, an introduction to quilting. You know, straight sewing again, but it is nice and easy, so that people aren't diving into something that is very complicated.
Lots of straight lines.
That's right, that's right. And you know, you get a nice result once it's finished.
Now, that fabric, as you can see, has got a beautiful gold print on it as well, which is really lovely. It's picking up the light beautifully. So that's the grey option, and the blue it's got a really lovely deep midnight blue background, hasn't it?
Yes, yes.
Really
and
opulent.
then the blue's got the midnight blue backing, and the grey obviously has got a grey on it.
Yeah.
And it's got the envelope closure, so there again, it's nice and easy. All you need is cotton and a sewing machine.
Right, then you're done. You're sorted.
And obviously the pillow. And the pillow, it makes the size up for a 45 centimetre or an 18-inch.
Okay. And all the fabric, I notice, has been cut. Pre-cut.
Yes, it's a pre-cut kit.
Because that's what people don't like doing
That's
often, is
it.
the cutting,
It's
isn't
a pre-cut kit. So all you've got to do is just follow the instructions to sew it all up. You know, in the pattern, I tell you to lay it out as to what pattern you want, because with this you've got the little butterflies on, so you may want them all facing the same direction or whatever. So if you, in the pattern, it tells you to lay it out how you want it and then how to work through to sew it.
Perfect. Well, this is only $18.99. You do need to obviously have your own cushion pad. What sort of size are we talking about for this?
18-inch or
18 inch.
45 centimetre.
Okay,
Yes.
$18.99.
Yeah.
You choose either or maybe you want to go for both. It's up to you. 865103. Now, next we've got another bag. This one, though, is
That's the craft bag.
the craft bag.
That's nice and bright.
Well, it is bright, isn't it? I like
Yes,
that.
the yellow. And it's got a nice deep pocket on the front, so that if you are doing, you can put your magazines in there.
Yeah.
If you're following a pattern, you can put your pattern in the front, so it's not getting all creased up and everything, or your book, and then everything can go inside your bag.
And I
So
lo-
the idea is, if you're going to a craft class, you've got your craft bag with all your fabrics and bits in, and then your ruler bag.
And I love the pattern of the hair as well. The hair kind of leaping across on the
Yes.
cotton is really lovely. So this is 100% cotton again. $28.99 is the price for the kit. And again, you get the wadding, you get everything you need.
Yes. Anything with most of my kits, all you ever need is cotton and a sewing machine.
Right.
I do try, in most cases, to put the wadding included, because otherwise you go out, you get your kit, you want to make it, oh, I've got any wadding. So I tend to include the wadding with the kit.
And it's nice to know everything is designed to go, each thing is designed to go with its partner, basically.
That's right,
You've got
yes,
everything
yes.
that you
And
need.
they're all washable, you know, it's fully washable.
OK, that's $28.99 then, 422938. Now, next we've got a journal cover. Now, I like the idea of this. I like the idea of this a lot. Now, here you've got, on this particular one, you've got the reindeer, you've got the stag, you've got the polar bear, the squirrel on the front there as well, a little raccoon, I think, on there as well. So it's 100% cotton again, the A5 Woodland Journal cover and the pencil case you can make as well. So £20.99 for both of those.
Yeah, no, that is mine, and the reason I've done it this size is because I have to carry a diary and a notebook.
Right.
But you could use it, notebook, and you can actually get one of the small readers or those pad things that we tend to be using all the time now.
I know what you mean. 'Cause they're A5 in size, aren't they?
Yes, they are, that's right.
Perfect for that. So there's the actual book cover, and then you get enough fabric, of course, to make a little pencil case to go with it as well. So maybe you keep this by the phone or something handy
Yes,
to have it coordinated.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that just goes in and out my bag all the time.
Brilliant. £20.99, £4 off, and that's 616924. And finally, down the end here, we've got our Tina bag. Now, this is again that fantastic, almost canvas-like cotton fabric here. And this bag is what, different uses for this one?
Yes, it is. Unfortunately, I actually dropped that this morning on the way in, so it was very muddy
in
and
a
wet.
puddle.
So yes, but I use that for all sorts. It's got a slightly different front. It sort of has an arch. A cutout bit here, so it's nice and easy to get things in and out, and you can put a fastener on it. They're very easy, adaptable, and you get enough fabric to do, you know, bits with it. I mean, like with the Lucia bag, you get a lot of fabric, probably a piece about a good 30 centimetres. So if you wanted to, you could actually do a makeup bag or a loose bag to put inside.
I love the kind of scalloped top to the bag as well.
Yes, and it's got a slightly different handle. Because on that one, you'll see it's got the curve.
Yeah.
Rather than it being actually enclosed inside, that actually sits on the outside of the bag. And then it has a folded handle, as I call it. So you've got the stability if you're putting heavy things in.
Perfect.
It's not going to cut into your hands.
Well, that one's only £25.99 as well. And again, an easy one to do for a beginner.
Easy to make, yes, yeah. You know, it can go from beginner to advanced. You can play with it, you can do all sorts of things with it. And with that one, where you've got the curve in the top, I tell you how to cut into a curve so that you can open it up and it'll lay flat.
OK, well, we'll crack on with the demo in a second. If you go to the website, though, you'll see everything else that's in the show as well, all the things that will complement the kits that Sue's bringing us. We've got an ironing board with a tray. We've got the fantastic forged fabric scissors from Tonic that everybody who owns those loves them and really raves about them. We've got the daylight lamps as well. If you're struggling with poor light at the moment, in the morning and in the evening, then they are a godsend. They really, really are. And that sewing machine lamp in particular is very, very popular. And the Prim iron as well, which we often talk about but don't always show, that's in stock at the moment from Sixpenny Memories as well. It's £33.99, and so many guests that come in have one of those. It seems to be one of the must-have items. So all of that's there if you look at the website, of course, along with Sue's fantastic bag kits and cushion kits. What are we doing first then, Sue?
Right, I tend to start off with the handles because I like to get those done and out of the way so that when I'm making the bag, I'm not suddenly having to stop to make handles. So I always make the handles first.
Okay.
Now, what I've got the strip of each coordinating fabric, and all I'm going to do is just sew down the long edge. So just match them up. You don't need to pin this, and then literally we just do a straight stitch.
Is it a nice fabric to work with, this?
It's lovely to work with because it doesn't crease too much. You don't have to keep ironing it to get your shapes right. It's light, you know, it's very, very, very easy. It's super fabrics.
How long would it take you to make one of these bags then?
From start to finish, I would say, if you've not sewn before, allow a couple of hours.
Right. That's
if
not
you,
bad.
Yeah.
A couple of hours.
Yeah. I mean, I can make one. I can make it in an hour. But a tip I will say is when you are sewing, always have your iron on. Have your iron on and have it available, because if you've got that, you can iron as you go along. And certain things, they are much easier once they're pressed. You're pressing seams open. You know, it's... I mean, years ago when I first learned to sew, we used to have the old-fashioned paper patterns.
Right.
And I was always told to iron a pattern, because it's surprising how different sizing goes if a pattern's creased. You know, and in some things it can make quite a big difference.
Let me just show. I've just turned the bag inside out. It's a totally reversible bag. It's refreshing to see a reversible bag that looks the business. Sometimes reversible bags look like they're reversible. They don't look right.
I mean,
this is lovely. Yeah.
What I do with that is on the bottom, you just on the linings, you just hand stitch the bottom bit out.
Right.
So that you haven't got a crease and it's nice and easy.
So there it is with the dotty side on the show.
And then you've got your patterned handle then.
Yeah. And then quite simply in a second or two just turn it in, turn it through. And you've then got the floral pattern with the dotty base. And then the dotty handles. And
the other thing is, I mean, we all do it. Your bag might get dirty when you're out, so you can turn it the other way around. You've still got a nice clean bag.
That's true, yeah, absolutely. But you can also put it in the washing machine, which is what we're going to have to do with yours, isn't it?
They just go in the washing machine, absolutely no trouble. And ironing, it's just a hot iron.
Right.
I tend to use a steam iron on mine, but they wash beautifully. Absolutely.
And nice broad straps as well, so they're not going to be digging into your shoulders or anything like that.
No, that's right. And what you can do, if you wanted to, but then that limits the fact that you're going to get the corresponding, you could always fold the handle in half. And what you do then is you just fold it, and about probably, I don't know, 5 inches, no, about 6 inches above, you put a pin, and then you would just stick. If I show you, where's my pins gone? Here they are. Just in case you wanted to do it, all I do, I just pop a pin in, find the same the other side, pop a pin in just to hold it, and then I would put another one in the top, and you could end up with a different styled handle, but again, you are then limited. Because when you turn it the other side, you'd only get this bit and then that'd be patterned. But then what you would do, you would just sew along this edge.
Right.
And that creates a different handle. Very easy, you know. And again, the fabric is so easy to work with, it's lovely.
And it's also incredibly cheerful, the fabric as well. I mean, it's a real riot of flowers, a lovely bright orange as well. I bet our Jodie would be keen on this, tonic orange.
Yeah, I think it's called coral. I think that's the coral. So what you do with the strap, you sew both sides, and then it's a matter of turning it right side out. Now I'm not going to waste time doing that because that takes probably 10 minutes to turn those out. I've actually got a couple that I've already done.
Okay. I've just been told that this is evidently one of the big colours of 2019.
Yes, it is.
Right.
Yes. We're going to be seeing a lot of that apparently.
Right, great. Okay, get in now then. Set the trend rather than follow it. Why not?
So you end, and then once you've turned it the right side out, press it, and then just a top stitch along the edge. Just helps to keep the handles nice and firm, and it's a finishing touch. Because if you look into any bags that you actually buy, a lot of them have top stitching. So you get that professional finish. I'm a great lover of top stitching.
Are you okay for people, once they've used the kit and made this bag, to use the pattern to make other bags?
Oh yes, yeah, because that's the whole idea. You can make it up in different fabrics. You can adjust it. If you didn't want a reversible bag, you could actually do it whereby you could put a big pocket on the front or a pocket on the inside. You could actually do that because you do get enough fabric. I didn't want to, but if I did, what I would do, I'd put a pocket on the side in the opposite colour.
Right.
so that you have got something to contrast.
That'd be nice. Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's a good size of bag. You know, I don't know what you use your bags for mostly. Is it normally for shopping? Is it normally for things to do with work? You know, there's plenty of room in there. And if you're putting quite weighty things in as well, I mean, the fabric is so durable and tough and strong. I mean, it's a perfect beach bag if you're going maybe for a bit of winter sun somewhere in the next few weeks or after Christmas and New Year. Perfect. But, of course, it's a colour that, as we were saying and Sue said, is going to be very, very, very fashionable.
Yeah. It clashes a bit with red, but... Right, what we need to do then is to actually start the bag itself.
Okay.
So we've got a piece of the top and the opposite bottom. So we just pin that and then we're going to sew straight line along there.
Okay.
But, as I said, it's all straight sewing. So it's not going to, you haven't got to suddenly change designs and everything else. Do remember not to sew over pins.
Now the
It
journal
will not
cover,
do your sewing machine any good.
No, absolutely. I know the journal cover and the pencil case as well is proving very, very popular. And this is an A5 size, yeah?
It's an A5 size, yeah. And I deliberately made it, when you're making it up, you'll find that if I just take the notebook out, you'll think, oh, it's a bit loose. But it's designed so that you can do that. But if you are going to use it, all you need to do is just move the Velcro across and tighten it up.
Yeah, make it a bit tighter.
That's right. But as you can see, it's all lined inside. And there we go, it's washable.
Right.
Another washable. Because when you're spending time sewing, you don't really want to have it so you can't use it again. Because once it gets a bit grubby.
That is a gorgeous fabric, it really is, with all the animals, as you can see there. In navy blue, it's the Woodland journal cover and pencil case kit for £20.99. And it's also the same size, funnily enough, as those electronic readers that we were talking about as well. So the wires could go in there, no problem either.
So what we now do, we'll open it out. Now ordinarily I would iron, but what I'm going to do, I'm just going to press the seam open. So it's finger pressing. Now, the other thing I use, I've got a little ruler.
Okay.
If you just push a ruler on the top, this shows how strong this fabric is. That will press your seam open as well.
Oh, right. Or anything straight-sided, I suppose.
Because sometimes you'll go somewhere, like if you were going out and you hadn't got it, as long as you've got something firm, it's just to press that seam open. Next step is to top stitch. Now we're doing this because it gives you a nice finish. So all I'm going to do is position that there. I'm going to just move the needle over a little bit. So I've got a about 1/4 inch seam just to give it a nice edge. And then what I do with top stitching, I increase the stitch length. I normally have, probably on most machines, it's a 3 or a 3.5.
Okay.
Because you're going to make your top stitching a bit of a feature. So, and then again, what I'm using the inside of the foot as my guide, which is just along the seam. So you don't have to worry too much about making sure that your stitching is straight.
Well, I suppose if you wanted to, you could do it using an orange thread if you wanted it to virtually disappear. But I like the idea of it standing out a little bit.
Yes, yeah, because you can use it with some of the embroidery threads. They are thicker, and you really would get a lovely effect then. So all I'm doing is I've done a row of top stitching, and then I'll turn it round, and just to get it under this sewing machine. Just like it. And again, same distance, but you're just giving a bit of strength and a bit of character to your bag.
Absolutely. Now, all the fabrics for the bags are quite similar in quality, in that you've got this wonderful thick material.
Yeah, no,
durable.
I've used this quality fabric for some time because of its durability.
And the fact to be washed.
Yeah, and it just doesn't fade. I've got a bag and I've had it probably 4 years. And the rep came to see me, the fabric rep came to see me, and he saw the bag and he said, oh, you've bought out a new fabric, you know, I said, no, that bag's about 4 years old and it's been washed and washed and washed.
But it hasn't got faded.
And he actually put the bag by the brand new sample.
Right.
You couldn't tell the difference.
Wow.
It was unbelievable.
Well, I've just been handed this bag. This is proving popular, I believe. This is only $28.99, down from $32.99, and you're going to get the complete kit craft bag. So this is the ideal bag for crafters because you've got a front pocket there, which could be, of course, for your patterns and anything like that. And then you've got plenty of room. We've actually put a cushion in here just to pad it out a little bit. And it's the grey and yellow combination. I love that combination, and you're loving it as well. 38 by 30 is the size of the bag. Again, it's durable, it's strong, nice long straps to go over your shoulder. But it's a bag that Sue's designed to be perfect for your crafting needs. Loving that one.
I like that bag as well. You know, it will take your magazine.
Yes.
You know, you can use it for all sorts of things, but and I chose the yellow because I wanted it when you open the bag up, it's nice and bright inside.
Mm-hmm. Now, by the way, if you are watching and you're thinking maybe you've got, I don't know, maybe you've done one of Sue's projects from previous shows. She's here once a month, I think.
Yes, yes.
Please email in your pictures to show us. Maybe you've made something that you're going to gift to someone at Christmas this year and you want to share it and show everybody else what you've done. That'd be fantastic. studio@hochanda.com will, of course, get pictures through to us.
Yeah, and you'll see what I'm actually using is a sewing mat. Now, the mat that I've got underneath, it protects your sewing machine, protects your table, and it's got little pockets at the front.
Oh, cute. Oh, that's cool.
So that you, because we're always looking for things, so I've got tape measure, I've got my ruler, and I've got some scissors in there, so that it's out the way, but it's easy to reach.
It's like a bib for your sewing
machine. It is,
machine,
that's right. Really? And then afterwards, when you take it off, you can use it to cover your sewing machine.
Nice.
It has a multi-purpose.
Help protect it.
And I think this is on the website. It's still on. It is on the website. Again, I'll just alter the stitch size.
And that's in the hair fabric as well, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. It is. Yes, yes. As I said, I go for fabrics very much. I'll see a fabric and I get a design in my head. Mm-hmm. There is the odd occasion when it doesn't work out, but.
So is it fabric first, design second then?
Yes,
right.
yes. Because other times you'll see a bag and then you can't see the fabric that you want to make it up in. So, generally that's me. I see the fabrics and that's where I get the inspiration from. Or it's a matter that I've already half designed and I'm looking for something. But I generally know what I want when I'm looking for it.
Now, Karen in Lincolnshire. Hello, Karen. Thank you ever so much for sending a photograph. She sent a photo of a bottle bag that she's done of yours.
Oh, Carol, yes.
How cool is that?
Yes, yeah. And I know Carol won't mind me saying, but she couldn't quite work something out on it, so she rang me.
Right.
And I talked her through it, and I think it was about half an hour later, she sent me a picture of the bag.
There it is done.
So, because I do put my phone number and my email address on every pattern, because what I don't want somebody to start something and then we all do it, we get a mental block, and that's exactly what happened. You throw it down and then you don't pick it up.
Right.
I'd much rather you email me or phone me and I'll talk you through.
And you did, and that was the
result.
Yeah,
that's right, yeah.
Is that still on the website, that project?
I'm not sure whether there is still a bottle carrier on, but if not, I know I've got some. I have got some, so if anybody does want a bottle carrier,
check the website.
We can,
hopefully it's there.
Yeah. I'm sure there are a few. So what we've done now, we've done the front and the back, and that's just how easy it is. And you'll see all I've done is just straight sewing all the time. Nothing complicated, very simple. So now we need to join the front to the back. Mm-hmm. Now,
it's taken no time at all so far.
Exactly. This is it. So what you need to do is make sure your seams match. And I just pull it back. Now, the easiest way of doing that, once you've done that, put a pin actually through the seam, because it will go through. Put it through, then you turn over straight away, and if it's not lined up right, it shows.
Right.
It's just a very simple tip, But there's nothing worse than sewing something and then it isn't right.
Oh, we have actually just found, by the way, that wine bottle carrier kit. It's on the website. 5-star review as well for it. $15.99. There it is. The single wine bottle carrier kit. We've got yellow or red. So either well, it's kind of a white wine or red wine, I suppose.
And that's a single one. So yeah, it is just a one bottle.
Right.
But it's great for a gift as well. You know. Rather than just give them in a paper bag or wrap them up in tissue, because they've got a bag that they can use afterwards.
Absolutely, yeah.
So again, matching the side seam up, and again checking through. Let's get rid of the bits of thread. This fabric doesn't fray too much either.
That's good.
You know, I mean, you can see how I've handled this. So then all we need to do is now. I do pin on this because I don't want that matching sides to move. But it is only a quick pin. And again, and it's just literally, if you've got your machine so that your needle is in the middle, then you just use that as your guide. That's generally, and that's me saying that because I haven't, I put my finger on the wrong and not got the right stitch. That's it. That's better.
So the distance normally from the edge
It's
of the foot
normally
is
from the edge of the
inch,
foot to
isn't it?
there is that is about 1 centimetre.
Right.
Which is ideal for seams. Now again, it's all straight sewing, just straight down the side. You can, if you want to, overlock the edges, but this fabric, it's so hard wearing, it's not necessary.
And it is going to be your bag for life.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I mean, in one of the earlier shows, I did an everyday shopper. And there again, that is in one of these hard-wearing fabrics. You'll notice as well with the sewing mat, I'm actually using it just to put my pins in because it's quilted.
Yeah.
And this, I think this is on the website as well.
Yes, if you want this this mat, the actual sewing machine mat, we've actually just got it to show you. We're just having a little look at it. It's only $28.99, and you get all the fabric and the cushioning as well. And it's in the same fabric as the one that's in the show, and the binding as well. So you're going to get that grey hair fabric. And of course, it's going to have the pockets in the front, which just hang down over the table in front of you.
It's very versatile. And it's a neutral colour, so in your sewing room, if you are going to use it as a sewing machine cover once you've finished, it doesn't stand out like a sore thumb.
If you carry on doing that, I'll just remind everybody of what's in the show and just give you a recap of everything, if that's all right.
Yes,
so
yeah.
Have a little look at the website, because that's everything photographed, and also some things that we actually don't have in the show you might find there as well. Like we said before about that sewing machine mat, that's there, and also the bottle carrier. That's there, of course, as well on the website. All these kits, as you can see, are really simple and really easy to do. You've got the reversible Lucia, which is what we're working on at the moment. That's the one we're going to show you first of all on the counter. We've got the mat bag there. We've got the journal cover with the pencil case as well. And then the tonic scissors. Can we just click on those? Have we still got that extra low freedom price on that? $34.99. Freedom price though is $26.24, so you're actually getting about £8 off the price. And 8 5-star reviews, as you can see there. They are stunning scissors. They really, really are. If you want to take the plunge and go for those, they're in stock right now. Okay, now this is the kit that Sue's bringing us. So this is this very, very heavy-duty fabric, but it's beautiful, beautiful colour. It's one of the hottest colours for 2019. You've got your dots, and you've also then got your floral. But as we showed you before, it's a truly reversible bag, because there it is with the flowers kind of being more prominent. If we then just kind of turn it inside out for you. Also, the straps are reversible as well. So here, if we turn it inside out, it's predominantly going to be dots, with, of course, the flower base and the flower handles. So there we go. Completely looking like a different bag, but it doesn't look reversible. Sometimes bags can look obviously reversible, which isn't also a particularly good look. This one, you can't tell. £30.99, just as durable on the outside as it is on the inside, because it's the same, almost like canvas-type fabric that's been used on this, and it's £30.99, £4 off if you'd like it. Very easy to follow instructions. Now the next one that Sue's designed, this has been designed with your craft mat very much in mind. There's room in here for, there's loads of rulers, acrylic templates, that sort of thing. Also a big glass mat in here, no problem at all, just the right size for that. And then you've also got this compartment on the front, or this sleeve on the front, which is great again for your acrylic rulers. So rather lovely fabric too. I love the colour combination of the olive, the grey and the black. And again, rather attractive styling. I love the shape to the top of the bag as well. So that's £29.99 if you'd like it, and that's got also the wadding in it because it does have padding to protect, of course, your acrylic rulers and your glass mat. So if you want to take it on the move, maybe to crafting classes or friends' houses, this is a good bag to consider going for. But you can use it for other things too. £29.99. You might even, just thinking about it, you might be able to, depending on how big your umbrella is, if you've got one of those small umbrellas, that might go in that pocket as well. So it could be a shopper as well as a crafting bag. Then we've got our cushions. Now, these cushions, you've got two choices. You've got the wonderful Oriental fabric, which is always a winner, everyone loves. And these have all been cut for you. Sue makes sure that all of these squares have been cut to size, which for a lot of you is the laborious bit. You don't like doing that so much. Well, it's all been cut for you. You've got a lovely gold shimmer to these panels as well. You get all the fabric you need to make the cushion cover. All you need is the 18-inch cushion pad. £18.99 is the price, and that's the £3 saving. That's the lovely grey. We've also got the blue as well. And the back is, of course, coordinated with the panels on the front. So there's the lovely midnight blue back. And then you've got that lovely, rich blue with the gold and the pinks and the purples on the butterflies as well. So if I just show you the back of the grey one, that's a lighter grey background. There we go. And it's an envelope style to the back of the cushion. So choose either or, either the grey or the blue. £18.99 is the price, £3 off. Now this is a general craft bag that Sue's put together for us today. This also is the same fabric that will coordinate with the the sewing machine skirt, the mat. So if you want that sewing machine organiser mat to obviously protect your worktop and also, of course, to have the little pockets in front of you, that's on the website. But this is the same coordinating fabric with the dancing hairs. I love the bright yellow. Yellow is my favourite colour anyway, always has been. Always bright and cheerful and sunny and summery. But look at the colour inside there. Fab, isn't it? So very general crafting bag. You've got the pocket at the front there as well, which you can put magazines into and patterns into if you wish. But a lovely good size. £4 off, that's £28.99. And that's also got the wadding, everything else you need, and easy to follow instructions as well. Now the journal and the pencil case, this is two projects, two patterns, and of course you've already heard Sue say she's absolutely fine with you when you've bought the actual kit, using the pattern again and again and again with other fabric you may have already got. That's not a problem. But these are A5 in size, so it's perfect for little notebooks and diaries possibly. It's also perfect for your e-readers if you've got any of those. So £20.99 is all the fabric you need and the wadding as well to protect what's inside there to make the actual book and also to make, of course, the pencil case as well. All of that together for £20.99. That's 616294. 924, sorry, 616924. Then finally, we've got this one. Now, sadly, Sue actually dropped this one in a puddle outside earlier today, so we don't have the finished bag here to show you. It's a bit wet and a bit dirty, but it can go in the washing machines, which is where it's going to go a bit later today. But that fabric is lovely as well, isn't it? Same pattern as the orange or the coral fabric we were showing you, but of course a different colour, more of a denim blue. And again, it's that lovely, very strong cotton, that very strong kind of like canvas cotton. You then have, of course, the wadding and everything else you need to make that style of bag. That's got the slightly curved top to the bag there as well. Very easy to follow instructions as well. 100% cotton, and it's £25.99. Now, we're going to move back to Sue, and we're going to show you a picture, actually, that Lynn sent in to us. Hello, Lynn, and thank you for showing us this. She's made this for her friend Julie, and she's personalised it as well and embroidered the name on there. Very nice.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
Brilliant. Thank you for
I
that.
like the fact it's been personalised.
Yeah, that is nice.
You know, it's a bag to treasure.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
You know, not only because somebody has made it, but it's made specially for you.
Yeah, yeah. And also remember, if you wanted to make that in another fabric, in another style or whatever, you can do that. You can use the patterns as often as you like. £25.99 though if you want to go for that last one. Any more pictures that you've got of what you've made from Sue? We'd love to show everybody at home. So
Right, what we do now is the corners. So how we do that, we've got the bag like that, so just pop your hand in and open this corner up, and you're going to match the bottom seam with the side seam.
Right.
Again, use the pin, because you've got that as your guide, and you can actually just pop it through. As long as you match this up on the side, you know your seams are together. Just pop that through. I've noted you've got the edges there, so and then literally again we use the edge of the foot as our marker. Whoever sorted that, really. Because gone are the days where you used to have to get the ruler out and just measure it all the time.
So much easier now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you see, I mean, I've been sewing for that many years. But, I learned to sew on an old on a treadle machine.
Have you always had your own business then? Have you always done this?
No. I worked in the export freight forwarding business for many, many years.
Right.
And then I went to work for a property developer. I was a PA there, and I've always loved sewing. So I just decided I was going to make it my life.
Brilliant.
So you'll see, you've already got the bag formed.
Yes.
So we'll turn that inside out, or right side out now. Give it a shake.
But of course, having a reversible style like this, you're actually doubling up the strength of the bag, aren't you?
Well, you are, that's right. Yes, and it's surprising how strong the bags are.
And also how protected
Yes,
everything that's in the bag is.
I mean, if you wanted to, you could actually wad it, but what I would suggest is you just probably, the main side that you're going to use is the outside. Put the wadding on that side. It's just a matter of choice. I mean, some people would just wad the bottom, but you know, I'd either put wadding on the whole lot or not at all.
Right. Fair enough.
So as you'll see, you've now got the bag. Now, because we've already made the handles, we can get straight on with it. That's what I like.
That's why you always like to do the handles first.
Yes, I do, because otherwise I've got to put that on the side. So, and we're going to have them opposite. I mean, if you wanted to, you could have it so it's the same. But I think the fact that it's reversible, it's nice to have the opposite.
Yeah, I agree.
So what I need to do now is just position the handles where I want them. Yeah, that's about right. I do it by eye. I mean, in the pattern, I do tell you where to position it. And then, now, most people would put a pin in that way. But for this purpose, and you'll see why in a minute, put your pin in so that the head is at the top.
Right.
All will be revealed in a little while. Now, once you've done that, to make sure that your handles, well, you see, I've done exactly what I told you not to do. I want it that side. Just pop the pin in and hold it. That's because I'm so used to doing the bag where the handle has got to match.
Right.
Now you can either measure it, and that's 8.5, or the quick way of doing it is to fold your bag in half, get your seams straight.
Ah, right, yeah.
Get your seams straight, making sure that your handle isn't twisted, and then position it in line with the other one underneath.
That's the easiest way of doing it.
That's the easiest way, but I know some people, you know, they will want to measure it, but I find that quite the easy way of doing it. And then, see, the handle isn't twisted, turn it over and pop the other handle on. Now, that's easy because you've already measured the front, so you just match your handles up on the back. As you'll see, this bag really comes together very quickly.
Well, you're going to probably make it in the show.
Well, that was what I was hoping for, because people do like to see a finished item, right? You know, because if they tape the show, then they've always got it back to refer back to, and it's like having your own personal screen. So that's going to match up there.
And also, of course, it's on rewind for at least a few weeks after the actual show as well. 2 weeks, I think it is, that you can watch the show back.
Yeah. The patterns are always in colour as well, so you can follow
Good.
You know, what you're doing, where. You're not having to look for which piece is that. So we've put the handles on. Now, the lining. Now, the lining is made of exactly the same, just reverse colour combination. Same top stitching and everything. Now what we're going to do, I did sew the corners. Now what we're going to do is put the main bag inside. Now the easiest way is just fold it in half and drop it in. And then just get your seams, give it a shake. Now that's how you can see. I mean, I've been handling this material and it's not creased.
No, not at all.
Now match your seams up. Starting off with your sides, match those up and pop a pin in. Now I need some more pins.
What's this bag going to be for predominantly? What are you thinking of making it for? Are you making it as a gift, or are you making it because it's going to be a beach bag? Is it going to be a bag for holidays and high days, or is it going to be possibly a bag for everyday use, maybe for the trip to the supermarket, whatever it might be? It's going to be a fashionable colour in 2019, definitely. It's going to be all over the place. So coral is what this is. Is it going to be a baby bag, baby changing bag?
Yeah, it's going to be my everyday bag where it'll, you know, I'll just drop my purse and magazine book in it and use it to get when I go out. I'll probably take that and then have one of the everyday shoppers popped inside.
Sure. I was down in London yesterday watching people doing their Christmas shopping, and they were all laden down. It was just an absolute nightmare to see some people struggling the way they were. This is a great bag to just have with you. It can fold up into next to nothing when you're maybe on the train or on the bus going where you're going, but then you've got loads of capacity when you're buying bits and bobs. So
the other thing is, if you're going to use it as a beach bag, it folds up and goes in your suitcase, and it doesn't weigh anything. Because we're all having to be so conscious of weight when we're... So now you'll see why I put the pins in that way, because it's easy to take it out, pop it in, rather than having to go in to pull the pin out.
Right. See what you mean.
Yeah, so it's nice and easy then, just to take it out and pop your pins in. Took me a while to work it out, but now whenever I put handles in, I always do that. Because it's not so bad when you've got a big bag that you're sewing, but if you're limited to space and you're trying to get your hand in to pull and invariably then you might just move the handle.
And you don't need a fancy sewing machine? Just a standard?
No, just any sewing machine. As long as it does well, they all do a straight stitch, and they'll also this fabric. You don't need a special needle or special cotton with this. So now what we need to do is just go around the top and machine. Let's just move that out of the way.
Now don't forget, not only is this bag in the show, we've also got, of course, the bag that's been designed with cutting mats in mind and crafting needs in mind. Thank you, Katie. Ooh. Now, this is a lot of weight in here, actually. This can withhold an awful lot of weight. It just kind of is testimony to how strong this fabric actually is.
Well, empty it and you'll see exactly what's in there as to weight-wise.
Look at this.
It's like Aladdin's cave in there,
Absolutely.
Isn't it?
I didn't realise that. There's actually a couple of internal pockets as well. There we are. Look.
That holds your smaller mats so that they are in place.
Well, it could be that you want to maybe use it not just for crafting, or you maybe don't want to use it for crafting at all. It may well be that you want to have your house keys in one of the pockets, have some loose change maybe for tolls and that sort of thing in the other pocket. Things that you're always kind of struggling to find in a bag, you can always put them in there in little compartments. I love the shape of the top of it. It's very unusual.
Yes, and it's done that way so that the front will actually fold down.
Right.
So it's easy to look inside and see what's in there.
Like it. We've got loads of things. This is actually a cutting mat, I think, isn't it?
It's a multifunctional mat.
Right.
Because you can cut out on it. You can use your rotary blade. And you can even iron on it.
Right. Perfect.
You know, it's great if you're doing classes. Or if you're going away for the weekend and you just want to take your patchwork with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's great for crafting, but it's just an all-rounder. Very well thought through, very well designed.
Well, I was always finding that my mats were always ending up loose in the bag, and or the bag wasn't big enough for my mat. I couldn't get the square in.
I love the colour combination on this one as well.
Yes, it's very neutral and
Classy.
yes.
Yeah, you've got the olive green, the grey, and the I was going to say browns. It's black, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's. But there again, it keeps its colour.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I do love about this company. Their fabrics.
It washes really well as well. So.
If I remember next time, I'll bring in a bag that I've made in one of those fabrics. Might even be in the blue. And I've had it a while, and it's washed and washed and washed, and you can hardly tell the difference. Right, so, oh, what I forgot to say is when you do the lining, it does tell you in the pattern, you leave a gap in the bottom for turning.
Right. Okay.
So then you just pull it through.
A gap of what? 5-6 inches?
Well,
more than that.
it's probably about 8 inches.
Right.
Because you want to be able to get your hand in and pull the bag through. Pull it through. Again, give it a shake. And that's what you end up with. Now, what I would do, I would pull it open like that and then just press this seam. Because when you press the seam like this, when you're folding it over, you get a sharper edge if you've got your seam already pressed. But for purposes today, it's finger pressing. So now, open it up again, push the lining or the reversible bit inside. Use your hands to just pull it out. That's all I do. Hands are just in there, giving it a tug.
Is it your granddaughter that's got her eye on this bag?
Yes, yes. I hope she's not watching this morning. No, she won't be. And then...
It's going to be a Christmas present, is it?
No, she'll just have it.
Oh, okay.
And then all I do then is go along. See, if I'd have pressed that on an iron, that would have been a nice, neat edge. Just go along, pop a few pins in. I'm popping these the wrong way around. This is habit because I know how I sew on the sewing machine. So I tend to go all along. Pull your handle out so you've got a nice, neat, sharp edge. You can also roll it with your fingers. That'll open it up.
And it takes shape rather nicely.
It's surprising, really, how suddenly it looks like a bag.
And a bag you'll be using probably for years to come.
But then, you know, you'll see the way I've been handling this, and I haven't been handling it gently. The quality of the fabric.
Yeah, oh, you can tell that, definitely.
You know,
not only the quality of the weight of the fabric, but also the quality of the print on it as well. Everything about it, all the fabrics in the show, beautiful quality.
Well, I don't know if you can see on that, but if you look on that, on the reverse side, that's just a piece of the scrap. You see how good the print is, that you can actually see it, which is great if you're trying to match something up as well, because you can actually, you're not having to turn it over to see whether it matches. Very, very strong.
Yeah, very strong, very durable,
strong,
but very attractive too.
So right, what I've done now, I've pinned the top. Now I'm going to top stitch again round. Now I tend not to start on the seam because it gives your machine a little bit of help, so it's not suddenly having to go through very thick. I just probably go maybe half an inch the other side. So again, I want the other. So right, size 3. And then again, I'm using the edge of the foot as my guide on the crease.
And you can you obviously choose a decorative stitch if you want to, if you'll make more of a feature of it.
I mean, I've made a bag which had a slightly narrower handle, and it was a plain handle. And what I did on the sewing machine, I actually found something that had got daisies.
Right.
So I put a really bright cotton in. So right on the handle I've got a row of daisies.
Nice.
And now another thing is luggage straps.
Right.
It's going back a few years, but I had a sewing machine and it had a boat, a train and a plane as an embroidery stitch, as a decorative stitch. And I literally, on the luggage strap, using a heavier weight cotton, I literally embroidered planes, boats and trains for my nephews.
Brilliant. And quite a few sewing machines these days do have those features.
Yes,
or
they do.
embroidery machines, don't they?
Yes. Just give your machine a little bit of help when you're going over the seam, because when you think about it, you've got 4 thicknesses. It's not so bad with the strap because you've got a bit of a run at it. But when you're going along the seam, stitch. Now, if you want to, you could actually do a double row of top stitch. And what I would do on that, I would then move it so that my first row was on the edge or on the outer edge.
Right.
So you haven't got too big a gap. And then match it up. And then just do a little reverse. That's it. So we've got a secured stitch. Take it out. Tidy your bits of cotton. Snip them off. The other thing you do, because you have got quite a big piece of both materials when you're cutting it, I'm sure it's sort of about that deep, roughly, and about that wide. You could make a big purse to go inside, but what you could do, if you wanted to, you could actually make a very thin strap or use some ribbon or something and sew it into the seam so that, and just put a hook on it. So you could take it out also, but if you've got your bag and you're just using it loose, you've got something that secures the purse inside.
Nice idea. And
there's
there
your
it is.
bag.
There it is made, look. You've done it in the hour, which I'm amazed. Yeah, that's how quickly it can be done. And okay, you know, Sue was talking, I was talking, we were breaking off in the show. So, yeah, let's remind you then of what's in the show today if you would like to make that bag.
And it does match up.
It does match up beautifully. Now, this bag that we just made then, from start to finish in literally an hour, if you want it, it's the Lucia or Lucia. How do you say it? Lucia?
Lucia.
Lucia bag. So bearing in mind the popularity of this colour as well, this wonderful coral colour, £30.99, £4 off, should be $34.99, that's $479.026. Now the other one that we've got for you, this is the one that's been made with cutting mats very much in mind and acrylic rulers for your quilting and all that sort of thing, but equally it could be for anything. You know, you could, I mentioned before, depending on how big your umbrella is, a small little compact telescopic umbrella would fit maybe in there as well.
Yes, it will.
It will do.
Yeah, it will do.
And
Yes.
you've also got a further 2 pockets inside the bag as well. So not just a crafting bag, an all-rounder.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what I tend to do with a lot of the bags, so that you can use, they've all got multifunctional purposes.
Sure.
You know, you can use them all the time.
Okay, well, the other things we've got in the show then, we've got the cushions, of course, which you can choose either the blue or the grey. Choice is yours. There we go. All the fabrics are pre-cut for you as well. £18.99. The only thing that you don't get is the cushion pad, but hopefully you've got some of those at home anyway. Blue or grey, choice is yours. The fabrics are the same in that you've got the Oriental Japanese images on them.
Yes, yes. I mean, I just loved the fabric when I saw it, but I didn't want that particular fabric to be a big expanse of fabric. So I wanted to blend it with something else. And as an introduction as well to patchwork, it's an ideal starter.
Absolutely, £18.99, very good value for money, and you can.
And it's all pre-cut.
Yeah, absolutely. But the patterns are there for you to use again and again. Now, the other craft bag that we've got for you is this one, which is the one which is grey and it's yellow. This has got the hair fabric with it, which will match up with the sewing machine mat if you want that. That's on the website as well. £28.99, 422,938. The journal's been popular as well with the blue fabric. A5 journal cover. It could be diaries or journals. It could be e-readers as well that could go in there. We'll pop the details up for you. There it is. Look, with the cover, with the actual pattern as well. And that's 616,924. It's also, though, not just the cover, it's also the pencil case as well. So that's £20.99. We'll see you next year then.
Yeah, and I could say there's a little hint behind me in January.
Just up there on the shelf.
Yep.
That'll give you a little heads up as to what's coming up in a month's time.
Also behind me here, there's a hint of what's going to be coming up in January.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, I'd like to wish everybody...
So, yes, Essex Big Save One Day Special. That's coming up next. Then it's the Tonic Big Save for you. I'll see you with Jodie for that one in an hour. And then it's Fabrics with the Mill Shop Online with Joe. He's here later as well. So stick around if you can for as much as Friday as possible.
Hi, I'm Chloe from Chloe's Creative Cards. We are an award-winning family company based here in the northeast of England. We've been working with Hochanda since the very beginning and the launch of the channel, and we've had such an amazing journey so far. We've been bringing you lots of fabulous new stamps, dyes, glitters, embossing powders, and we've got so much more to bring over the coming years too. Over the coming months and year, we'll bring you some fantastic new products to Hochanda. We'll be extending our dye range and we'll be bringing you some fantastic new stamps as well, along with our gorgeous sparklicious glitters and some fabulous new colours in the wow embossing powders too. It's going to be a brilliant year, and I really hope that we'll bring you something that inspires you in your card making. Don't miss my shows and craft along with me on Hochanda.
Crafter's Companion Luxury A4 cardstock is a must-have for any crafter. Available with a stunning gold finish, this versatile pack contains 30 250 GSM A4 sheets consisting of 10 glitter card, 10 mirror card and 10 matte mirror card. To add this to your crafty stash, please check out hochanda.com. A very good morning to you. I hope you're well. Sharon's here with her sidekick, not me.
Well, and you.
Yeah, I kind of thought that up in those few seconds before the show.
I'm impressed.
How are you this morning, Sharon?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, good, good. Looking forward to the one-day special.
Yes, I love this.
Busy launch yesterday.
Yes, it was busy.
Let's tell you all about it. First of all, the item number on the screen, 164852. That's the item number, and you can, of course, order on the website as well. The usual price of £44.99. It's no more because you are saving £15 on that, just £29.99. Sharon, what have we got here? This is so super cute.
It's really cute, isn't it? It's the sidekick, and it's by Tim Holtz, which is why it's this lovely brown colour, because that's his kind of colouring. And you get a great starter kit here. You get the machine itself, and along with the machine, you get 2 cutting pads, an embossing pad, and then you've kind of got everything you need to start making tags straight away. So you've got an embossing folder that goes with the tag. You've also got a die set with numbers as well, which is really useful. And then you've got a stamp set that matches.
And that stamp is so super fine because all the detail really does shine through. What a fantastic starter kit for you to get. So many of you have done that so far. In fact, 35% of the stock has already gone. We're going to see this in action and show you what you can start to produce and make. Let's take a look at the website first, though, because this is where you can shop ahead to all of the other great items that we've got available on the show that we will be running through. But we want you to shop ahead because we want to get straight to the demonstrations. Something that's been very, very popular is the entomology. £10.99. Lots of bugs in there, but no spiders. Yes, it actually is. It's all right. I'm good with that this morning. But we've got some lovely dies and lovely stamps available for you, so do head to the website and have a look. And of course, it's all part of the big save as well, the event that we're running here at Hochanda at the moment to save you money. And what a great time of year to save. Right, Sharon, let's take a look what we're going to see.
Well, let's have a look at the machine first,
yes, please,
because I know everyone wants to see how this works. The whole bottom of this is suction.
Okay.
So when you stick this down, it's not moving. To stick it down, you just put it on your worktop and push this lever forward, and then that is not going anywhere.
Oh, yeah, that is strong. Very,
we had Charlie lifting a chair yesterday with that to prove how strong it was.
Right, well, I'm going to lift a table. If Charlie's lifted a chair, I want to lift a table. The counter.
The whole counter. So once you've got that stuck down, you're ready to go. And we're going to make a card, but actually I'll do the die cutting first so that we've got an excuse to use this straight away. I'm using the wildflower die set. And
now with the reduction in size of this machine, are we getting any reduction in power?
Absolutely not. You'll
power
see.
By it's a manual hand, but I mean, you know, the pressure that's inside the machine.
You'll see there's absolutely no difference with this than when you're using the bigger Big Shot. So we're going to use this one here. Now we've got 3 sets on the show that are designed to go with this, but you'll find once you've got this that so many of your dies do fit this small platform. You know, think of all your flower sets and all the small dies that you do have in sets. So you don't necessarily need the sets that are coordinated for this.
Okay.
So I've got 2 cutting platforms, and it's the same as with the bigger machine. You just sandwich between the 2 platforms and run it through.
Is there a optimal GSM to use?
It's pretty much the same as the bigger machine, really. I tend to use up to about 300. I think this card's 300 actually, because this is thick white cardstock that I would normally use for my card base. So there we go. You can see that's cut with no problem whatsoever.
I'll just pick that up. You know, I think this is a great starter kit, but also if you've got grandchildren or children that you want to get into crafting as well, what a lovely gift for them.
Absolutely. The thing, it's funny because I hadn't had one of these until I got given this one to do this show. And I'm lucky, I've got a craft room, I've got a big desk. So I'd always thought, this is great if you haven't got much space, but I've actually got the room to keep my Big Shot out, so I don't really need one of these. But since I've had this, I've been using it all the time.
Have you?
Because the platform's so short, if I want to die cut 50 flowers for a project, running them through here takes half the time because it's not going as far.
Yeah, true.
You're turning the handle only a few times to run that through. So it actually saves me time to use this if I'm using small dies. So I now realise, a bit late to the party, but I now realise why everyone does like these smaller machines.
Of course.
So I've got my die cut ready, and we're going to create a kind of ombre effect on the card itself. I've grabbed a stamp.
Now, if you want the wildflowers die, it is available. The details at the bottom of your screen. 707692 is the item number. 7 dies in total, and that's by Tim Holtz. £14.99. Also proving very, very popular this hour. Love that.
It's a great set, actually, really versatile.
Yeah, we were talking about cowslips earlier on, weren't we?
Yes,
flower. You know,
flower.
Just going out when we
childhood
were children.
memories.
Yeah, lovely.
So I've got 3 oxide colours, going from light to dark. So I've got Tattered Rose, Victorian Velvet and Seedless Preserves. And I've kind of run down the stamp, starting at the top, overlap them a little bit.
Why do we like the distress oxide? Oops.
I like that there's a chalky kind of finish to them, which I like. And you can do so many techniques with them. The colours as well, of course. Yeah. I mean, this colour combination is one of my favourites, these three together. So that's a great background. Just a bit of added interest to set off my flower. Now, actually, I was so eager to die cut that, but actually, I should have coloured the card first, so we'll do another one.
Okay. But that's good, though.
I wanted to show the machine.
Exactly. There's no
Getting
right
ahead
or
of
wrong.
myself.
There's always a reason for what we do.
Yes. I should stick to the plan instead of rushing ahead. And what I'm doing, I want this to coordinate.
Okay.
So I'm starting with the pink. And I just need enough. You can put your die next to it to give you a guide. I want it to be graduated. So start with the lightest colour, then you can get away with using the same smoothie. Like so, and then we'll have darkest at the bottom, and that's a lovely dark colour. You can go back and blend them together a bit, but to be honest, with die cutting it, you don't really need to.
Love those colours.
They're lovely, aren't they? It's a great combination. I use these three together a lot. So we'll chop that so that it'll fit onto the platform. Let's grab one of my plates just to give myself an idea. There we go.
Now, if you have any questions or suggestions, you can email in. It's studio@hochanda.com. We'd love to hear from you this morning. You can head to our Facebook page as well and leave a comment or some of your inspirations on there as well.
So that's the good thing. You can just put this to the side, grab it when you need it. And again, sandwich between our plates, like so. Run it through. Oops.
You see, that's how
you are better.
Good the suction is.
At home, you're better sticking it to your desk rather than a mat, because obviously the mat's going to move. But and just got to get it going. There we go. And you don't even need to put your hand on top with this.
Just
need
to
you need to hold the mat more than the machine, actually. There we go. And then I can just unstick that, place it out the way. And then I've got my lovely die cut ready to go. So you can bring back the cards, grab my pokey tool. So we can just pop that out. And look at the lovely graduated effect.
You can see the difference, can't you, from the original?
Yes. Now in white it's great against a sort of craft card background, I think. But this gives a really coordinated look to use the same colours for the background as the image itself. And because the colour's so much darker here than the background, it still pops out. You'd think it would kind of blend into the background using the same colours, but somehow it works. So we'll just pop that on.
We were also talking earlier today in the meeting that it is the shortest day of the year today.
Yes, it was so dark when I left this morning.
So it's kind of nice that we've got these spring-style cards that we're making. Thinking
Yes,
ahead
cheer
to
us up a bit.
Yes.
And it's nice because from now on it's just going to get a little bit lighter each morning.
It is.
It's only going to get better from now on.
Yes.
So there we go. How quick and easy was that?
Isn't that lovely? But the precision in that die and the cut as well. It means you're not using your big machines. You've got that smaller machine, but it's still got the power to send those smaller dies through, which is absolutely perfect. Only £29.99. Remember, it's a one-day special, saving £15. It is all part of the big save. Now, other items that we've got on the show, here we go. This is fabulous, and this was very, very popular last night, and I'm sure it's going to be popular throughout the day. However, 80% of the stock has already gone. £10.99 if you want to get that. 14 dies in total. You can see you've got the moth there, you've got the butterfly, you've got other bugs as well. I'm not going to name all of them, but I think you've got a ladybird in there as well, or a ladybug, depending on which side of the pond you are on. 803-000 is your item number if you want to get hold of that. Remember, you can come in on the phone lines, so 01733 62000, or you can come on the website, and it's the easiest way to order. I think this is going to be a fantastic addition to your craft rooms. It's going to be a fantastic addition if you like to travel with your crafting. By that I mean, if you go to different crafting events, for example, maybe you've got craft groups that you go to on a regular basis, but also for the kids as well. This isn't a toy. It's absolutely perfect with all that pressure. And again, being able to stick that down to your surfaces by just manoeuvring that over keeps that positioned, which is really handy, especially if you're a bit like me. I'm a bit, I'd say cat-handed, that is a saying, but I'm also a bit hand-fisted as well. I sort of get in there and start pushing things, but with that you can just simply take your dies through as long as they fit within the size, but you get that great selection of dies to begin with, and making and creating tags makes all the difference to your gifts and presents. And also to your cards as well. £29.99. You've got the stamps, you've got the die, you've also got this delightful embossing folder as well. And what I'll do is just let me show you this. The embossing folder there, we were just playing with it beforehand. Look how deep that emboss is. And you can see if I just move that forward on the card, but also on the reverse as well. Absolutely fantastic. 164852 is your item number if you want to get hold of this, but we have been busy. Now, we've got more items for you on the show, and if you do add them to your basket, and your basket comes to £60 or more, you can open up a flexi order, which means we'll divide the cost into two for you. 2 equal payments. Your first, of course, will have your postage and packaging on. However, if you are a Freedom member, then there's no P&P to pay, so you might want to become a Freedom member today. 88888 in your basket. You can cancel your Freedom membership at any time, but it means you never pay any P&P on your standard delivery. And there's also some great discounts online as well and on the shows if you're a Freedom member. Right, Sharon, very busy for the sidekick, but we are moving on to other items that we've got in the show, and let's talk about the accessories that you can use with it.
Yes, these are very useful. They're sized to fit the dies that go with this machine.
Oh, the tool set, sorry.
We're on the tool set, sorry, we're jumping ahead.
We are jumping ahead because we're so exciting, and you're shopping ahead. Right. That's
the tool set.
One. Yes.
Tim Holtz colours,
yes,
so that it matches the machine, and if you're like me and you like everything matchy-matchy, then you're probably going to want to get this, even if you've already got the usual Sizzix coloured ones. The other thing about this is this brush and foam pad are smaller.
Okay.
So they're sized to fit the dies that you're going to be using with the smaller machine.
Yeah.
So it's a handy set, again, because it's smaller, you can keep it out on your desk. The one thing I found with this craft pick, actually, that's quite useful, being a darker colour, I find it a bit easier on my desk.
Oh, do you? Yeah, I guess you do. I, of course, call it a pokey tool.
I do, actually.
Yeah. Craft Pick is the posh name. It's a pokey tool. It's fantastic as well in those Tim Holtz colours. If you do want to go for that, £11.99. 168645 is your item number, and of course you've got the lid on there to keep that nice and protected as well. Right, now moving on to the next accessory kit. Yes, yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves. But you're also shopping ahead on the web as well, and that's where you can go to see all the items that we've got available for you. Right, 375860, another accessory kit for you. It is a great price, isn't it, Sharon?
It is, and if you're going for the next item where you've got the sets that are designed for the sidekick, these are sized to fit those. So you've got magnetic sheets that fit the dies perfectly, and then you've got dinky little envelopes. They're the same as the envelopes that you get for the larger die sets, but just scaled down. So they're the same thick plastic that you're used to. And then what's really useful are these adhesive sheets. These are sized to fit your cutting plate, and they're tacky on both sides. So when you stick this to your cutting plate, the surface that you put your die on has got a little bit of stick to it.
Okay.
Which it saves you taping down your dies, because obviously when you're working with smaller dies, it's a bit fiddly to be sticking them down with washi tape, as you might with a bigger one. So these are tacky, which is great if you're lining up letters. If you want to do someone's name or something on the tag, you can line it up and know that you've got it straight.
Do you use them just once?
No, you'll get a few uses out of them, quite a few actually.
Excellent. Well, they come included, and you've got the little pockets as well. These are so cute, if you can see them just there. So you can store your dies in there, and of course the magnetic sheets as well that you're all familiar with. So you can pop your dies on there to keep them all organised, so they're just a hand reach away. 375860 is your item number, £9.99, and that is brand new today. So that's going to be a great addition to your sidekick. A sidekick to your sidekick. Oh dear, I've only had one coffee this morning as well. Right, embossing folders. These are fab.
Well, and these are called side orders. Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes, these are the side
that.
orders that go along with the sidekick.
Brilliant.
These, again, are designed by Tim Holtz.
Yes.
You can kind of tell by the style of them.
Yeah, you can.
And they're fabulous. You get all three in this bundle that we've got to get today, which is great. You've got springtime, travel and Valentine.
Okay, there's two. Let me pick the third one up just there and turn that around so you can see the pattern.
Yeah, those are the embossing folders, and then alongside those you get dies that work with them. So
Perfect.
with the springtime set, you've got a butterfly and a little bunny. You've got sentiment in each of them. You've got hello with the springtime set, seek with the travel, and love with the Valentine set.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? And look at that. If I lift this one up, you can see that that is the pattern that's now been used on that particular card. So concise.
They're cute, aren't they? And, I mean, they're great for using on a card front, as I have here, but if you make ATCs, then they're obviously the perfect size for that.
And anyone watching that doesn't know what an ATC is?
Artist trading card.
There you go.
Don't ask me the measurements because I can't remember off the top of my head, but they're small cards where people swap usually. So.
Yeah, with their details on. I love these, I really do, and you do as well. £20.97, great price, and you're getting the embossing folders and the dies as well, so superb value for money. 115033. Right, moving on, we have got limited stock on our entomology. These really are fantastic, and you've got dies in here. Let me just lift this up to show you. All your dies are in there. And no bugs were harmed during the process of the making of these dies, which is good, isn't it? Love these, Sharon. Why do you think they've been so popular?
Well, it's funny because my first reaction was a bit like yours. Oh, bugs, I don't really like creepy crawlies. But it's kind of a bit of an in thing, isn't it? The kind of butterfly in cases type look, vintage feel. And the good thing about these, you can see here, the dies on their own are quite intricate. You don't need... There is a stamp set that you can buy separately from Stampers Anonymous.
Yeah.
That's also been designed by Tim Holtz. But you don't need them. And I think cut out of gold card, they really do look quite spectacular on a dark background.
This has been used with the stamp.
That's with the stamps, yeah. I bought the stamp set. Cutting them out first of all and then using the stamp set, but very effective. And, you know, a lot more eco-friendly than getting live ones and sticking them in a thing like that. Pinning the real ones.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. You can make your own from card.
But you're quite right. They're so popular at the moment with all the vintage trends and steampunk style crafting that's out there.
Yeah, it's really quite a trend. And that keyring, we did that on the show last night.
That's brilliant.
Really easy to make.
14 dies in total. 14 dies. £10.99. Excellent value for money, and that's why we are limited stock. Limited stock means it's a good idea to get that in your basket, and please do check out. Things remain in your basket for around about 10 minutes, and if you don't check out, they could bounce back out again, so we don't want you to lose sight of that. If you do want to get hold of them, pop them into your basket and do check on out. Right, now we've got the numbers here, an alphabet, and the... Oh, I never remember the name. That's... what do you call the hashtag and...
Oh, ampersand.
That's the word.
Yes.
That's the word. Don't ask me to spell it. But we've got a whole set for you here. £14.99. Again, excellent value for money.
It is. And as with Sizzix, if you're not familiar with the Sizzix alphabet sets, you always get more than one of each letter.
Yeah, you see, even I know that there's not 108 letters in the alphabet.
Yes, exactly.
How many are there? 26?
26.
26, yes. I knew there was 26 or 27. So you've got 108 dies in total. So you get a few of the letters.
Yeah, the ones that you're going to use most, you get quite a lot of the vowels,
yes.
Which is great if you're putting someone's name and you know, they've got 2 E's in their name, you don't have to run it through twice. It really is a time saver.
Yeah, it is.
I would absolutely recommend getting a magnetic sheet to store those on.
So would I.
Because you don't want to be rummaging through 100 odd dies to find an E.
Yeah.
So I always, the first thing I do when I get an alphabet set is put them in order on a sheet.
Oh, brilliant. That is a great idea and a great tip as well. Thanks for that. £14.99. Excellent value for money. Great font used there as well, designed by Tim Holtz. 550442. Right, so moving on, we have got more for you in the show. Once we've run down the counter, we'll get to more demonstrations as well. If there's anything you want to see in particular, please do let us know. Get in touch. Remember, it's studio@hochanda.com or leave a message on our Facebook page. Right, to our next one. Love this.
This is a
I love
lovely
all
set.
of them, actually.
This is a kind of what I would call a bread and butter set.
Okay,
as
why?
Hayley always says. Flowers are always useful. These tattered florals actually come in. This is one of a series. There's a larger set in the same format. These small ones I think are really useful for card making. You can see here from the sample, they're a great size for adding. You can add more than one. You know, if you want to use the smaller pieces, they're great on a wreath. This is with the Peak Hughes wreath die, which is my favourite die.
Isn't that lovely? What have you used to make the wreath there?
I've used the wreath, that's tonic rose gold cardstock.
Yes.
And then I've just used the Sizzix grey card for those tiny little buds, and I've used the smallest dies. With each you've got 3 different flowers in this set, and I think you've got about 6 layers, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, six layers. So you can build the flowers up if you want to, or you can just pick out different layers.
That's brilliant. And you can see there that that flower has been layered up, but as Sharon
Yes,
said,
we
you
did
can
that
use them
one
individually.
yesterday, and that has cut through felt. I know these are wafer thin dies, which we would normally say just card.
Yeah.
But have an experiment. It went through that felt, no problem.
Fantastic. £9.99 if you want to go for your florals by Tim Holt. 890. I'm getting my sevens and my nines mixed up this morning. Right, moving on. More for you on the show. Love this. Always very, very popular, the ticket dies, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Again, these are a set that has got a stamp set from Stampers Anonymous.
Yeah.
The details are on the packaging, so if you get these and you do want to go off and get the stamp set, you can find the details there, so you can easily look it up online. On their own, they're just fantastic because if you want to print out anything on a computer, you can personalise your own tickets and things, which is really useful. Yeah, exactly. If you're giving a gift to someone and you want to have a little ticket, because they do have like the little tear-off sections where they're perforated. Very clever. Great for journaling, great for scrapbooking. You could also add a sentiment on these as well for a card. So it's quite a versatile set.
I think that's fantastic. I love old tickets. I don't know what it is about the old tickets. They don't make them like they used to, do they?
No.
Love the old, with the bus conductor, with that machine.
Yes, with the machine.
Yeah. If only we knew then what we know now, we could have asked for a few more out of this
We would have hung on to those, wouldn't we?
We certainly would. £11.92, 99 pence. What's wrong with me this morning? If you want to get hold of these, I'm thinking about Christmas, that's what I'm doing. 430347 is your item number for your tickets. Right, now let's talk about wildflowers again, because this particular set has been very, very busy as well. Bring the details up on your screen. £14.99, and it's from this set that you
Yes,
did the
that's the
demo.
one we've just done the demo with, yeah. It's a very versatile set. Cards that you don't like to make, sympathy cards, and I think this is a set I always reach for if I'm making a sympathy card, because cut simply from white cards on a kind of craft card background, it's quite...
It's effective, isn't it?
Subtle and yeah. You can see here I've used it with one of the, this is the travel journal die. And all I've done is cut that from white card and put it on a bit of burlap. But it's got that kind of rustic feel.
Yeah, I like that. It's really nice, like the reverse of a silhouette, isn't it?
Yes. And the notes that I've put on there is using that alphabet set we've just looked at. Yeah, so you can see what that looks like.
Fantastic. 707692 if you want to go for the Wildflowers by Tim Holtz, £14.99. Excellent value for money. Now, one of my favourite dies coming up right now is the Starlet die. Love this, I really do. And this is something that you can use, of course, around the magical times of the year, around Christmas and New Year, but I think all the way through.
Definitely. I mean, the first thought is obviously Christmas with those swirls, but cards for men, I use stars on masculine cards a lot because I don't always want to use flowers, so stars are a good alternative, and you can kind of do the same sort of card designs and use a star instead of a flower and get away with it. So I do use these sets quite a lot throughout the year.
Now, you're getting a set of 9 swirling stars, so you can use them on different cards and different sizes as well. I mean, they're lovely, aren't they? Just
they're really
that
pretty,
detail.
aren't they?
And so precise, and it's such a lovely swooshing, swirling pattern. 717912 if you want to go for those, just £14.99 if you want to go for that one. Now, we love stars and we love birds as well.
Yes.
And we have brought the two together, although you never see birds flying at night.
No, apart from owls.
Apart from owls. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. This is a lovely die set and only £12.99. 721675 is your item number. Again, a lovely design.
Yes, I really love the design of these. And I think with these sets, keep it simple.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to add much to these. Now this one, I've done something quite interesting that's a fairly new technique, because we've only recently been getting the foiling machines.
Yes.
Where you can put your wafer thin dies through a foiling machine. And that's what I've done here, and that's why it's such a delicate look. Because when you put it through one of those foiling platforms, it actually only foils the cutting part of the die.
Okay.
So it's the very thin area.
Yeah.
Not all dies work very well with those, because some of them it doesn't give a great effect. But this one does work really well, so I thought I'd bring one of those to show. And then here it is where I've cut a stencil from it and just put some paste through it. And
just let me turn this around to show you. There you go, that's your die. So a good sizable die, and the birds as well. So that's the stars and the birds if you want to go for that. £12.99 if you want to go for that. Now we've got some news on those bugs. Don't want to bug you too much. It's sold out. It's sold out, it's all gone, so well done everyone that's got that. I think that's superb value for money, 14 dies in that set. But it is now gone. It's sold out, so well done.
You're pleased about that, aren't you? You haven't got to look at any more Feefo crawlies.
Not too bad with those. They were fascinating. They really were. Something else that's fascinating is our next set of dies. A nice collection here of different sizes.
You get a lot in this set, and this is a set that will kind of cover you for all occasions.
Yeah.
You've got butterflies, you've got a really nice bird die, lots of florals, you've got a lovely frame, and then you've also got those little banner dies, which are great for putting sentiments on. And you can see here, this is a candle holder. All I've done is put a bit of burlap around a jar.
Love that.
Die cut them from polka dot paper, and that's it.
Now, I'm going to show you... Because when we show pictures on the television, we have to have permission. So I'll just put my hands over this little guy's face, just in case we don't...
You do.
Oh, we
it's
do?
Katie Skilton's little boy.
Boom. There you go.
So,
there he is.
So you do.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Yes. Katie made this sample, and she's used some lovely bright colours.
Love that. I love that. And again, I love that retro style of the photograph that's on there, that you can put a real photograph in, or you can use your die collection and use
another one. This is another one that Katie made.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
She is good, isn't she?
She is. She's, yeah.
Now, I'll tell you something else that's good, and that's being a Freedom member, because you get that extra discount, £13.49. If you are a Freedom member, I told you it pays to become a Freedom member. If you're not, then why don't you become a Freedom member? Treat yourself. 888 today, and you'll instantly get that discount becoming a Freedom member, and your P&P will be included. If not, it's £14.99. An absolute delightful set of dies for you. 238426. One more to show you. Two more to show you. We have got your unicorn, and with this, of course, you can make a blessing of unicorns.
A blessing of unicorns?
Yeah,
is that what you...
That is a collective
I've learned
of
something
unicorns.
today.
Yes, a blessing. And it certainly will be a blessing if you get this home. £13.98. Again, why do you think unicorns are so popular?
Well, it's been kind of the thing for this year, hasn't it? Little girls, I mean, my niece loves anything with unicorns
Not just little girls, little boys, and not just little boys, big boys as well.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I've seen the pictures from the conventions.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they are amazing. They are amazing.
Yes, the unicorn, and this particular one's got a lovely intricate design, so it's something a bit different. And then with that, you've got the fabulous, yes, you can see there the detail on the unicorn.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you've
beautiful.
got, yes, the envelope, which is just there.
Yes. This one, I think, I mean, the obvious thing is Valentine's, which is coming up.
Yes.
That's kind of the next occasion, once we've got Christmas out of the way. But the hearts, you've got lovely shapes there, so they're great for using on all sorts of different cards. Great for shaker cards, lots of options there.
Really like this set, and so do you as well. 737268 is your item number if you want to get hold of that. I think all the dies on the show today are superb value for money. Now, I think this one is going to be very, very popular when you see this. Details coming on your screen. It's a lot of fun, this die set.
These are absolutely essential if you make cards for children, and the price that these are today is absolutely fantastic for all those dies.
It is a big save price, £15.98. You're saving £10 for all of the dies that you see right there, 671199. And I think if you're looking at that, which one is going to be your favourite? This is mine, the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
The dinosaurs, yeah, I do. Because cards for little boys are quite hard. I mean, I do make a lot for my nephew. My sister always puts in an order every year. This is what he wants his party themed at. Can you make the invite?
Oh.
So dinosaurs has been one, and all boys like trucks and things.
Yeah,
so I made this book actually for my nephew to do his spellings in.
Love that. And then little cupcakes as well. So lots of dies there. How many dies in total? We've got 32 dies in total, and saving £10 on that. And you can see, I'm just going to turn these around so you can see the size of the dies as well. So you've got the dinosaurs in there, you've got the cake, you've got the balloon bubbles, you've got the big toy that, of course, was very, very popular back in the 70s, beginning with a T.
Yes, I
won't name it, but yes, they're very popular.
And really important,
robust.
in both these sets you've got numbers.
Yeah.
So if you're doing birthday, you know, when it's for little ones, you do usually want to put the age on, don't you? So
it's brilliant. When do you actually stop counting months when you have a baby? Because you count in months, don't you, for so much?
I don't know. I think
it's almost up to 2 years, isn't it? Referred to as months rather than years. 6, 7, then you get just referred to as decades when you get to my age. £15.98 if you want to go for that. Superb value for money. And to see everything that we've had on the show, head to the website, have a look, have a peruse, and remember, if your basket comes to £60 or more, you can open up a flexi order, which means we'll divide the cost into two for you, taking half this month and your P&P. If you're a Freedom member, your P&P is included, and they will take the second part in January. Can't believe I'm saying that, but January, yes, that's the next month up. We do have FlexiBuy available on your Big Shot machine kit if you want to go for the Sizzix. That's £84.99, but it is available on FlexiBuy, which means you can split the cost on that, which is a great way to buy. And thinking about it, if you are going for the Sizzix Big Shot machine on FlexiBuy, if you add anything else to your basket, that too will become part of your FlexiBuy basket. So this is how we do it. Simply do that and you'll get 2 instalments of £42.50. Very, very easy to buy on the website, or if you give us a call at the call centre. They're all up there today, working incredibly hard. Hopefully they've got some mince pies. I'll have to go and check on them later to make sure they have.
I'll have to go and see.
Yes. Do you like mince pies?
I do actually. They're not my favourite, and it's only in the last few years I've kind of decided I do like them. Yeah, I never used to like them at all.
Ben, do you like mince pies? Ben's our floor manager. Oh, yes.
Oh, look how his face lit up there.
He's like, oh, yes.
Please, Janet.
Oh, OK. I'll have to go and get some then.
Now we've got it. Yeah, the pressure's on. We need to pop to the shops.
Pressure. Let's talk. So you see what I did
there?
Oh,
look at that, Janet.
Yeah.
Right, we're back with our sidekick, and I'm going to show you the springtime set.
Okay.
For the shortest day, let's try and think of sunshine and
think of sunshine.
Think of the spring.
That summer we had last year.
And I'm going for a kind of bit of a shabby chic type feel. So I'm going to use a bit of distress ink around the edge of this polka dot paper before I stick it down, because I want that kind of vintage look. And I've used these polka dot papers just for a bit of a change. I usually use plain cards. Well, I usually use the Sizzix card on most things, but I thought just be a bit subtle. And I do have a bit of a thing about polka dots.
Do you?
Yeah, definitely. So we'll pop that down.
Using tape, not glue?
Yes, I usually use tape when I'm putting things directly onto the card front. Just because sometimes if you use a wet glue it buckles a little bit.
Okay.
So
I guess it is a preference, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. The thing with using tape is you've kind of got to be confident about your placement. If you use a wet glue, you've got a little bit of...
There's no wriggle room. Wiggle room. Wriggle room. Oh dear.
There we go. I thought I was going to put that on really wonky after saying that. Oh, you've got to be confident.
But it would have added to the shabby chicness of the card, would it not?
It would. Right, so first of all, let's have a look at our embossing folder.
Okay.
How cute is that size? So we'll grab the machine, stick it down to my work top, and for embossing, you need one cutting plate and then this embossing plate, which is a little bit thinner.
And they come included, of course, with
yes, you get everything you need with the machine. It doesn't matter which way round you do this. You can put the grey plate on the bottom or top. Either way is fine. As long as you've got that sandwich, it doesn't matter which way around you use it. And then you just run that through. And you've got beautiful embossed background. Now I could probably do with trimming that a little bit, just so that I'm just on the embossing, like so.
Could you put craft metal through?
Yes, you could.
Really?
Yeah. It's the craft metal is actually quite thin, really. So yeah, it would work really well with that, and of course you'd get the lovely shine. So we'll use some wet glue for this, if it'll come out. Let's just get rid of. There we go. Like so. And you can see with these embossing folders, the size is just perfect for that kind of feature on your card front. And while we're at it, let's do our sentiment. I've got some metallic card here. This is actually Tim Holtz card, which is craft on the back and gold on the front. And I love this hello. I think the font on this is really lovely.
Now, just to let you know, we do have 2-minute queues on the phones at the moment. They must be all eating those mince pies upstairs. 2-minute queues on the phones. Do bear with us. We will get through your calls, but the best way to order at the moment, if you want to avoid that, is heading to the website or through the app if you've downloaded the app to your iPhones or your Android devices.
So pop this out. There we go. Pop out the little pieces. Like so. Oh, there's one there as well. It's a lovely font, isn't it?
Have you got a bigger pokey tool than the one we've got on the show?
No, it's the same. I've just put the cap on the top. Yeah, it's the same one.
I was going to have pokey tool envy then.
No, it's the same.
Is that, oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's
That's
very
good.
handy.
Yeah, I guess it's about how you use it, isn't it, more than the size. So you can pop that back on there and that makes it easier to hold, like a pen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that. There is a saying that I could say, but I'm not going to.
I was waiting for that, actually, and I thought, I bet that's what they're saying in your ear.
I'm not going to. Do you know when things just... It's like a natural progression. You forget where you are for a moment.
Yes,
Not that
you
it's
forget
rude
you're
or
on live
anything.
television.
It might not be good for this time in the morning.
No, no. Save that one for yourself. Right, so I've got the bunny rabbit. And even though these platforms are quite tiny, you can still get a couple of dies on at a time. So we'll do the bunny.
They are so cute.
They are, aren't they? And then I want the butterfly as well.
I guess using them, if you had a die of this size because you wanted to use it on your cards or your gifts or your mixed media projects, putting a die as small as that through the larger machines, so much more effort, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah.
I like the way I had to mime it.
Yeah. Very good. But yes, you can see you've only got to turn the handle a few times.
Yeah.
So it does speed things up if you're using these smaller dies. So yeah, that's definitely the advantage I've found with it, which I didn't realise before because, you know, as I say, I have got room on my desk to keep my big shot out all the time. So that was a bit of a bonus for me to discover that, really.
Now, whilst you're just popping some glue onto that, I'd just like to remind everybody at home about the Birthday Boy and Birthday Girl die sets. Oh, my goodness, these are very, very popular at the moment. Fantastic, though, aren't they? 32 dies, brand new today, saving £10. It's a great price, £15.98. It's a sensational price, actually.
It is,
when you
for
see
all those dies.
the wonderful dies that you're getting. Quite unusual as well. And that's why we're busy. So you've got your dinosaurs in there, you've got your big trucks, you've got your cakes in there, you've got your gifts. You've also got the numbers as well. You've got the speech bubbles, the candle, On this one, you've got the mouse, you've got the cloud, you've got the gifts, you've got the balloon with the crown, which is brilliant. I love that. And again, you've got the numbers as well. You don't have to choose. You are getting both of those sets for £15.98. Well, you will if you get it in your basket, because we're very, very busy. 671199. Love those.
I'm not surprised, actually, because that is such
Great idea, isn't it?
It's a really useful set to have.
And will these all work through the...
Probably most of them, not all.
Yeah.
I'm not lining this up very well. Yes, probably quite a few of them would.
Yeah, quite a few.
And you'll find when you look at all your sets that within your sets, probably a good proportion of your dies will fit through.
I think pretty much most of these will.
Yeah, perhaps maybe the dinosaur. Oh no, even that will.
If I just turn that around to show you. So if you are going for your sidekick, it's worth going for these so you can make, because, yeah, they're pretty much all will go through. The big dinosaur there, that might...
Probably just, actually,
Probably
if you put it at an angle.
If you put the dinosaur at an angle, not your plate, of course. The plate will be straight, but the dinosaur will be at an angle. So, yeah, I think pretty much all of them can fit on there. Fantastic. That's good news.
And it does speed up your crafting to be able to run them through so quickly. I recently made a wreath where I cut hundreds of just one single flower die.
Did you?
And I did it on my normal big shot, and I so wish I'd had the smaller machine at the time.
Did you layer the card up?
Hours.
Could you layer the card up if it was
thinner? It was a whole wreath, you know, one of those polystyrene wreaths you get, and I literally covered it, so probably cut about 500 flowers.
Really?
Yes. Yes, I'm quite looking forward to if I do another one of those. I'll be using the small machine. So I've got the butterfly from a plain pink for the bottom layer. And then I've cut it twice. I've got a patterned one here as well. I'll put a bit of ink around the edges of that.
You know, I've actually seen Easter eggs in the shops already.
No.
Yep. I have.
Oh my goodness.
Easter eggs in the shops already, and I think people are getting confused with it and they're buying them as Christmas presents, which is great.
Oh my goodness.
You don't need to get confused, you can buy what you want. Maybe that's why they've done it, but yeah, Easter eggs already in the shops.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Now I've just got one more thing to die cut, which is the centre part of that butterfly. And I've got some grey card for that.
When is Easter this year? Yeah, is it in April?
April.
Comes at different times. It's either late March, early
It's kind of mid-April, I think, this year, from memory.
Might be. Do we go backwards or forwards in the years? 22nd of April, so it's a late Easter.
Oh.
That's a very late Easter.
Yeah, that is quite late, isn't it?
Mm.
So, just put a dot of glue there. And then I've got a pick-up tool here somewhere, which will help me with that. There it is. There we go. And then as a last detail, I'm just going to put a dot for his eye.
Oh.
There we go. And that's our card finished.
Isn't that lovely? It's so easy to make, so effortless.
Yeah, and that's just with one of the three sets that you get.
Well, we're busy for all of the sets of dies and embossing folders and stamps that we've got for you on the show. So we'll take you through a run-up of what we've got, just to give you a reminder, and we'll let Sharon get set up for the next demonstration, if that's OK. Wow, that one-day special is very, very busy. Only £29.99. You're saving £15. It's a great starter kit. You get your embossing folder, your dies, your stamps, and, of course, you get that great Tim Holtz-designed sidekick as well. It's robust and it's easy to use, and you're going to enjoy using it as well. And if you want to get the kids involved in crafting, what a great way to do that as well. I'm sure they're going to love using it. It comes in a box, so it looks brilliant. You've got all the information that you need for your different plates and your sandwiches that you need, not your sandwiches that you make, but if you want to go make a sandwich, you're more than welcome to. But it does give you all of the information to do that. Just £29.99, 16485. 852. Right, so that's your reminder of the one-day special. Very, very busy for that. And also, as promised, you do get the instructions included in the book as well. So if you've never used a die cutting machine before and you're thinking this could be your first time, then what a time to get a die cut machine. Fantastic. So let's pop that there. Of course, you can use this with your embossing folders, and we do have more embossing folders available for you on the show. 164852 is your item number. Now we've got your mini tool set here for you. Do you know, I'll probably need some breakfast and another cup of coffee. So this is your crafting tool, but it's also known as your pokey tool. Really nice design to this as well, ergonomically designed. So when you put the cap back on the end, you've got that nice indent there. So it's like holding a pen. So that makes it very, very handy and useful. If you do want to just have it smaller, then you can do that as well. Love that. In the Tim Holtz colours, which is fantastic, and the Tim Holtz signature just there. You've also got your mat that you can use to either put your dies on, or you can use this maybe with a different tool, giving you a chance to curl and shape the card. This helps you get all the bits out of your dies. Also a good massage for your hand, actually, and your fingers. But it is, again, in those Tim Holtz colours, ergonomically designed, so it's comfortable to hold, which of course is important because you're going to do a lot of crafting with that. So that's your tool set. £11.99. It's a great price, 168645. Now, with the sidekick, you're going to need some accessories, and this is a great addition. If you are going to start collecting more dies or use the dies that you get included, then this is going to be handy. Why? Because first of all, you've got your magnetic sheets. These are great. So in here, you've got your 3 magnetic sheets in there. So you can place your dies on there and keep them organised, which is important. Great to put your letters on and your numbers as well. And then you get your little folders to keep them in as well. So you just open that up, place the magnetic sheets in there, and then you can pop your dies in. Actually, will the magnetic sheets fit in that folder? I think they will. Or is it just for your dies? Let me check before I tell you something. Yes, they will. Look at that. Perfect. So you can either pop your dies in there or pop the dies on the magnetic sheets and keep them nice and organised. Let's pop that back there. And you also get your tacky sheets. Not tacky because they're not very good, tacky because they're actually tacky. So you place those on your plate. If I just grab a plate from your sandwich, and then you can pop your die on there, and it keeps your die in the right position, so you're not sticking it down with washi tape, because the smaller the die, the more intricate it is. I'm just wrecking the whole display here. But if you do want to go for that, £9.99, excellent value for money. Again, 375860. Embossing folders, oh, these are so super cute, so super cute. And you're also getting your dies as well. Sorry, yeah, that one has fallen down. So you get your dies and your embossing folders. And you can see here, if I just lift these up, the 3 dinky embossing folders that you do get, but they really are effective when you use them. So let's place those back down and show you some of the designs that you can make and create, because you're also getting your dies in there as well. So this is 3 dies and embossing folder sets, Travel, Springtime and Valentine by Tim Holtz. Isn't that lovely, that little envelope as well? Here's a really nice journal. This might be that you're going travelling, or it might be that you've already been travelling and you want to pop all your memories in there. Let me just lift one of these sets up to show you the dies that you're getting included with your embossing folders. In fact, let's pop that there. Let's get this right, that there, and that in front of that one. There you go, so I know. So this goes with your love hearts. So this is your Valentine set. So those are your dies that you get included. £20.97, so 3 sets. So those are your dies that go with your love heart embossing folder. This one, let's open this. Can I open the back of that to show you? I'm going to anyway. Sorry, Sharon. Yes, yes. Look at that. This is your travel. So you've got your case, you've got your world, you've got your plane, and you've got the sentiment seek. Fantastic, love that. It's your suitcase at the top. So you get that included with your embossing folder, which is fab. Now that won't stand up. I'm going to get in trouble. I'm sorry, I'm going to show them this one as well. Sorry, Ben. Always look. Just think mince pies, Ben. Here's your butterfly. You've got your bunny rabbit, your butterfly. You've got your little chicken there, and you've got hello, and that goes with your embossing folder for Easter. Excellent value for money, £20.97 if you want to go for that. Right, moving on before we head back to Sharon. We've got more to show you because we're busy across the board now. Okay, we've got some numbers and alphabets here. And believe it or not, you're getting 108 dies in here, because as ever, with Sizzix, with Tim Holtz Designs, you get more than one letter. So that if you want to put someone's name together, you don't have to cut out the E several times. For example, if someone's name is Eileen, you don't want to cut that E out 3 times. It gives you a chance just to put all the E's on there, so you can do it in one passing of your die cutting machine. It's brilliant, isn't it? £14.99, 550442. And a tip from Sharon is, if you are getting this particular die set, just lift this up to show you just how many you're getting in there. It might be an idea to pop these on a magnetic sheet, maybe one of the larger magnetic sheets that you can get hold of, just so it's easy visually to see the letters to pick up. Brilliant. So your item number for that, 550442. Then moving on, flowers are always popular, aren't they? And if you want to build and add layers to your flowers, this is going to be perfect for you. But you can, of course, just simply cut out the flowers individually. So you can use that for a smaller flower, or you can layer them up as we've done on this particular card. 977890 is your item number if you want to go for this. Just £9.99. Now, talking about flowers, let's talk about wildflowers. This has been very popular this hour, but we still have stock left, which is good news. If you do want to go for your wildflowers, this is a great die set to have for all your vintage style cards, but also for your sympathy cards as well, because flowers really do speak volumes without actually having to say the words themselves. £14.99 if you want to go for this. There are 7 dies in total, and just to give you an idea of the size and what one of the dies could look like, this is a cowslip. It's lovely, isn't it? And this is just in plain white. Very, very effective, very thought-provoking. £14.99 if you want to go for that die set. 707692. Oh, this is one of the next 2, I think, are my favourites. They really are. There's something about stars, there's something about this particular die set, the swirling stars, which is so perfect, so beautiful, and can be used all the way through the years, because stars, yes, can be in the night sky, but they could also be stars to celebrate something. Here's a few examples of how you can use this particular set. You're getting a set of 9 swirling dies. Isn't that lovely? Now imagine that is a gorgeous card as it is, but adding those stars just adds that extra special detail. This is beautiful, isn't it? Look at that with the stars above the doggy. And then you've got the stars across. Oh, that's better. Across the card. Doesn't have to be season greetings. This could be the fact that you think somebody is a star, and there they are used to emboss. £14.99. Then another set that's proved to be very popular, and another favourite of mine, is the birds and the stars. Again, sizable die set. Just turn those around so you can see. And what a lovely example we've got on this side, just cutting out those birds, and on the back you've got that craft card. How effective is that? £12.99, 721675 is your item number if you want to go for those. You can have a look at all the items that we've got available for you on the web, including this one that's proving so popular. This is the birthday boy and girl set with the dinosaurs, the truck, the cake, the balloons. You've also got the numbers in there as well, of course, for your birthdays. 671199 is your item number. £15.98. You're saving £10 on that one. Right, I can't believe we're coming up to the end of the show. But if you do want to check out your baskets, please do. You can, of course, buy after the show, in between the shows. This is your one-day special. Now, one-day special launches at 6 o'clock every night and hopefully lasts all the way through to 6 o'clock the following evening, when we launch a brand new one-day special. But we have several shows throughout the day, and of course you can buy in between the shows as well. But we are over 40% of the stock of the one-day special gone, and those are the details on your screen. What are we going to look at now, Sharon?
We're going to look at the stars from the birds and stars.
Okay.
And I'm going to use it as a stencil for this card.
Okay.
So we'll see how we do time-wise.
Yeah,
I
if
can
we don't
always finish it in the next show.
The next show at 1 o'clock.
I've got a sentiment here that's a rubber stamp. And the one thing with rubber stamps is you can't see through it.
Yes.
So getting a sentiment straight, if you haven't got a stamping platform, is a bit tricky. So I'm just going to quickly show you what I do. I use a white gel pen on my, just get it going, on my block to give myself a line. Now you might have blocks that have got a grid on, but if you haven't, this is just a quick and easy way of doing it. Turn it over, you can use your mat, and then as long as you've got that straight on there. This will help you when you come to stamp it. So that's just a quick tip. Because sometimes I can't be bothered to get my platform out, actually, if I'm completely honest.
I probably want to give you hints
because it's
to help you craft it. Sharon just can't be bothered.
I just can't be bothered to find it in the drawer sometimes. So there we go. That's pretty straight.
Made me chuckle.
Now, Lottie was laughing at my organisation yesterday with my spoon in here.
I didn't know you could get containers that had spoon hooks on.
No, they're hooks that you buy for putting on the wall.
Oh, do you know something? This is going to be handy for us here because we only have one fork for the whole company, don't we?
Yes.
So this would be great to bring our own. It's called the company fork, and we all go hunting for it at certain times of the day.
Yes, I had to wash it up last night in order to have my pasta.
You see?
Like, there's only one fork. You need to wash it. There we go. So I've just used a platinum embossing powder there. So that's my sentiment.
Now, we will be finishing this card off in the next show at 1 o'clock. So we've only got about 30 seconds left of this show. I hope you've enjoyed it. Sharon, you're back at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Go and have a nice rest in between. Yes. You can, of course, keep buying in between the hours. And if you want to watch this show again on Rewind, you get the opportunity to do that in around about 10-15 minutes' time. But please stay where you are because we've got some more shows coming up on Hochanda. But for the meantime, we'll see you in a bit. Bye. Thanks, Sharon. Bye. Now Dave's up next with our Jodie with the Tonic Big Save. We've got fabrics with the Mill Shop online a little later on, and then Pink Pig Journaling Big Save will be with you later on.
Hi, I'm Barbara Gray from Clarity Stamp here in the UK. Teamwork makes the dream work, and at Clarity we are designers and manufacturers of, dare I say, beautiful, top quality and award-winning craft products. We are home to the very first, the original transparent art stamp. We hand make them here in Kent, and our talented illustrators are always coming up with new original concepts and wonderful artwork. In addition, we design and manufacture top quality stencils and masks. In fact, we also make precision cut reusable masks for our stamps. Since January 2017, we are also the new owners of Pergamano International, bringing together a wonderful blend of old and new parchment art. We are so fortunate to be able to showcase our newest and best products here on Hochanda and to be able to demonstrate our art ideas to you, our Hochanda friends. So if you would like to learn more about Clarity stamping, stencil work, parchment art, both groovy and traditional, please join us, myself and the Clarity team, here on Hochanda for ideas and inspiration.
Hello, I'm Phil Martin. I'm a member of the Creative Expressions team. Sentimentally Yours is my brand of photopolymer and rubber stamps, and I also have my paper pads and Cosmic Shimmer products that coordinate perfectly. I'm really looking forward to seeing you all on Hochanda, so please join me for my shows where I can share some of my hints and tips with you.
Seams is the go-to hand cream for those looking to help maintain soft, beautiful hands. Luxurious yet incredibly lightweight, this soothing hand cream leaves your skin feeling silky smooth without leaving a greasy residue, making it perfect for crafters or any other busy hands that are on the go. To stock up, check out hochanda.com.
Hi, good morning. Yes, the big save is well and truly on. It's Friday.
It is!
Yes. Are you working at the weekend?
Yeah.
Me too. Doesn't make any difference to us, does it?
All excitement, and then you're working weekly.
Yeah. Now, big save, you know what that means? Lots and lots and lots of amazing value and tonic dyes galore. If you want to shop ahead of us, have a look on the website, see what's in the show. Lots of surprises, and you will love the first dye set we've got for you. If you're looking for packaging or looking for ways of maybe presenting your jewellery that you make, or you could have something material inside it. It could have maybe a handkerchief or something, or some socks or whatever. It could be jewellery, it could be chocolates. Could be all sorts.
It can be whatever you want to put in there, but just look at that price.
Wow. 12. I didn't look at the prices before I came on. I never do that. I really should start to do that. £12.99 is all this is. And look, if you bought boxes like that, and you can find them to buy, they'd be probably £4 or £5 each.
You can. Now, in this die set, you have got 2 different designs, OK? So let's have a look at the designs that you can put in there, first of all. You've got what I would call a very floral design in there. Yeah. You've then got what I would call a football net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could stitch through that.
You could. You can weave through it as well. You know, weave your ribbons through there as well. But these are little panels. So that's one cut. That's another cut. Okay. So you can see how it works. But look how that little flower goes round in a complete oval there.
Love it.
And I have to say, the flowers when they're paper pieced, yum, yum, yum.
That to me, lilies.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
Really gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful. But you don't have to have that. You can have just the plain one at the top, and I've just incorporated little daisy flowers from a punch in there.
It's a good size. You can get a lot in there.
You can. But you can do it in 2 different ways as well. You can do it with the handle, or you can do it without the handle. So that's entirely up to you how you want to do it.
Look at what you're getting for £12.99. Not just something that's beautiful, but something that's practical as well. And it gives you loads of ideas as to how to put them together and what colours to do them in, all that sort of thing on the back as well. But what an investment this is going to be. £12.99 is all it's going to cost you. And if you've ever bought a pillow box, just ask yourself the question, what did I pay for it?
Absolutely. But handles, not a problem. What about folding your handle over the front, so it now becomes a little pouch from the front? Or what about getting rid of the handle completely and just having it as a pouch? Now, what about, yes, I know it's a little bit late for this year, but if you do it in red and put a bottle all the way around the middle, it looks like Father Christmas's tummy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know, start to think about, but this is so easy. So you just
Rounded
flip them
and full.
over. Yeah, absolutely. You just flip them open at the end and then close them back up.
Well, it's called the pillow box. If you want the dies to make it, it's just £12.99. Very busy for this now. 158224. What was the update? Nearly 20% of the stock's gone in the first 2 minutes of the show.
I'm not surprised at that price.
No,
it's a lovely die to have.
And if you know, maybe you do make things and you like to present them to your customers in nice packaging, there's the answer. Right, now, also, these have been on before. I love it. I absolutely love anything like this. These dies are going to allow you to make these wonderful houses or churches or pubs. It can really be whatever you wanted it to be. It could be old curiosity shop, it could be a toy shop, it could be whatever.
It can.
Now they are, you get 57 dies, you get both sets, yeah?
You do, but look at the price.
Ooh. £34.99, half price. Absolutely half price.
Now you can have real fun with these, okay? Now you can do them so that you've got lights inside them. So somewhere down there, your side, this little battery pack. So if we just put the little battery pack on, it's actually got lights inside. Oh, they're on already. You've got little lights inside there. Aren't they sweet?
Oh, really cute. And that's just got some vellum in the windows, yeah?
It's really sweet. Now, you can build these in many different ways. So whether you want to do the toy shop, whether it's just a normal shop, that's entirely up to you. Whether you do the church, whether you make it in Victorian. The thing is, you have got your base core building. Then where do you want to take that building?
Now, look, there, it's a church. Unmistakably a church. You've actually got the embossed sign at the front there that says Faith Church. Same building suddenly becomes a pub. The George and Dragon. So you just don't put the cross on the roof, it becomes a funky pub.
Yeah.
You can make them taller.
Yeah. So what about having that one is actually a toy shop? Because you've got the little rocking horse in there, but you've also got a little die in there to put the children around the Christmas tree.
Look at this one. With smoke coming out the chimney, a little bit of organza. Really cute.
But then, what about making it into Grandad's shed? So it depends on what materials you use. So we've got Grandad's shed.
That looks really good with the door. Corrugated card, isn't it?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Or what about meeting up in the tea shop?
So you can make your own village, make your own little town centre if you want to. $34.99 gets you both die sets, 57 dies in total. You're going to have so much fun putting these together and decorating them. 325237 if you'd like to create your own Tudor town. We'll show you, I presume, in the show how easy they are to put together, but great fun. OK, now another very popular choice, I'm sure, are these.
This is my pick. I don't
surprised.
think these will be here in the next show, because look.
You've got your circle. Oh, the price. Half price again. $34.48. Wow.
Yeah, you are getting them all. It's not a choice, you're getting them all.
So you're getting the circle lily, the oval pansy and the square flourish. 18 dies, 6 dies in each set. They are stunning. I remember when they first came out. Loved them then and I love them now. If I just turn you around, look at the elements that you've got there. And look at what they can do. Look at what they can create. Something like this. Wow.
Now these are all individual dies in the packet. So you've got your square aperture, your oval aperture and your circle aperture. And then those flowers, you've got the individual flowers to be able to decoupage them, but you've also got those wonderful sprays as well. And I have to say, the sprays are delightful. They are absolute. This is one of my favourites, Dave, this one here.
Oh, I can see why.
Look at that one.
Yeah.
Isn't that spectacular?
Absolutely.
I think the composition of that is beautiful.
And look at this one as well. Isn't that gorgeous? They're all gorgeous. Here's the circular one, look, circular aperture.
And these make amazing cards so easily, yeah? You know, you do play with them and see different things. Maybe you just want a little bit of flower. So this card here, cut it out, put it back in. And it just gives you that delicate feel on there.
Same sort of
very,
idea.
very soft effect on most of them. We've got bright, invigorating colours. You know, do your backgrounds as well. So just use the die, cut it out, stick it onto some double-sided sticky sheet, and then put the glitters over the top to give it that amazing look.
You're going to get all 3 sets today. It works out to about just under £12 a set, which for what you get is ridiculous.
It's
it
brilliant.
really is ridiculous affordability. 242-214. It's like the January sales have started well early.
We're not having January sales.
No, we're not anymore, are we?
I come back in January with a brand new launch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no sale shows, straight in with a brand new launch.
With a brand new launch. OK, now next. These have also had a very, very, very busy history. Lots of you have already got them. So if you have, I'm sure you love them. But if you haven't got them yet, now's the time to order at $32.98, £23 off. You've got your hexagons. You've got your layering dies, the peony hexagon and floral favour octagon. 24 dies in total.
Now, these were designed to go alongside the kaleidoscope boxes, yeah? But they are all nesting dies. So you've got so many different configurations in there. If you want to grab my boards there, Dave, we'll be able to see all the different configurations, because if you like hexagons, these are the ones to go for, yeah? Because you've got all those sizes, all with different size edges.
Yeah.
You've got all those ones, but look how they nest up together. So you've got that beautiful peony in the middle.
Gorgeous.
But then you've got the octagons, and look at the size of these beasts.
Wow.
These are your card blanks, these are your nest, your layers, your stamping plates, all with different edges. Some have got little applique edges, some have got little dots, dashes and everything else. But then you've got all your detail dies.
Oh, my
and
word.
a full set of flower dies.
Look at the detail in this. Absolutely immense. Incredible. For $32.98 saves you £23. If they're a favourite shape of yours, you love your hexagons and your octagons, stock up on these while we've got this offer on, because I know you've got more than one show today, but there's a doubt as to whether the next show will have exactly the same in it as this one does. Making mobiles out of them?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Going all to town with a little bit of glitz in there. Maybe you want to do it on acetate. So we've got Home Sweet Home there on acetate. Incorporating your butter, but also doing your half cuts. Now what I mean about half cuts, you've got some half cut dies in there. So you cut your shape out, you then use one of the half cuts, which then gives you your platform to be able to put your hexagon back on.
Very nice. $32.98, another big save price. And finally down the end, last thing on the counter we got for you, these are card pads. Now these are brilliant. You get all 5 of these and you get all different types of cardstock in them. They're 6x6 in size and you get 36 I think in each. 4 colours, 6 of each. No, so hang on a minute.
24
sheets. 24 sheets. What says it on the front? Here we go, look. Look at your fantastic mirrored card. beautiful.
There is something in there for just about everybody. So you've got all your festives, you've got your blues, your pinks, your purples in these collections as well. You've even got your textured as well. I mean, the petrol blue one in this one is to die for. It literally, that's
your
my favourite.
Isn't it? That's your favourite one.
Yeah, that one in silver and gold, I love it. Can't get enough of it.
Look at that blue. It's gorgeous.
The petrol blue at the back there.
Oh. Well, that's the second pad. There's 5 in total, sorry. 5 in total. This one is your autumn maple, so all the burnished colours, your burnt coppers and golds. And it's got the same on the back as well, double-sided these. Look at that for a rich colour.
They're absolutely gorgeous. So each pad is very, very different, not only in colour, but in textures. So you've got your metallics, you've got your pearlescence, you've then got your pearlescence with patterns, and then you've got your really deep embossed ones as well.
Love them all, I really do. For matting and layering and backgrounds, they're absolutely perfect. They really, really are. Look at that one, that checkerboard effect. And like it's almost like a silvery grey.
My
really
husband
lovely.
used to have a tie exactly the same.
Really?
Yeah. I remember it from years and years ago.
And then lastly, we've got this one, which is your rose, which if you're like me and you love the rose gold,
Yeah.
you'll
We're
love
going to
this pad.
rename this pad Dave.
Dave.
Yeah.
That's right up my street.
It is.
And you get some silver in there as well. Fabulous. Very busy for these. 5 pads, 24 sheets in each. And again, if you're die cutting them, they're perfect. But if you're matting and layering with them, absolutely perfect. Use with your dies as well. £20.66 gets you the lot. That's £22.95 normally, but it's £20.66 if you're a Freedom member. And that's saving £7 off the price without Freedom membership discount. So another 10% comes off that if you are. No P&P either. There's some other items that you may want to stock up on. We've got a pair of embossing pads. We've got the clear mark here. In other words, it's your sticky ink. Now you're finding this has got a special saving price of £2 off down to £9.98. If you love your embossing, stock up on that while we've got it on a special price. 758-905. And we've got some embossing powders to go with your sticky ink as well. These are on a special price as well, £3 off just for a short period of time. They're new today as well, these, at £16.96 for all 4. And they're all your classics really, aren't they? You've got your brass, you've got your gold, you've got your black, and you've got your silver there as well. And then we've also got our handmade flowers and bows. I didn't know you did this.
Oh, yeah.
Tonic.
Yeah, we do all little bits and pieces.
I didn't know that. You've got the bows there and the flowers for £12.94. That's a £12 saving off the price, 054259. And as you know, with Tonic, everything they do is spot on. So, yeah, those flowers, in impeccable quality, I'm sure of that.
Right, so we're going to make one of these beautiful pillow bags. But before I start, I need to make a Bobby Dazzler, OK? So we're taking some of the glitter. I think this is pear. Yeah, prickly pear. Love it. Nice. So let's, just at the top of my mat, I'm just going to add my hot glue. And I'm going to put on there my little bit of glitter. And we're going to leave that.
OK, leave that to dry and cool.
We are. Right, so to make your pillow bag, you need to cut 2 of your die. OK? So let's run that one through.
Now these are in the lead at the moment. Bearing in mind they were the first item we showed you. There's no surprise there really. But pillow boxes are always really useful, whether it's jewellery, whatever it may be that you want to pop in them. If you buy them pre-cut and pre-made, they are expensive. They really are. Where'd you find them, to be honest?
Yeah, so you can get this out of 1 sheet of A4 card.
Quarter of the stock's already gone.
Wow. So let's run this one through.
So 1 sheet of A4 makes 1 pillow box.
It does. It does. So, you know, you don't have to have a thick weight either. So Craft Perfect is, excuse the pun, perfect.
And look, it's also scored everything as well as cut. All the hard work.
So then what we've done is we've taken the inside edge.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is going to give us that. Okay. Now we're going to take the lily die and we're going to put the lily and we're going to get that lovely circular design in the middle. So to get this level, take your second die as well.
Just to make sure you've got it in the right place.
Because if you place it like so, you can make sure that you've got both sides level together. Can you see how that's not quite level? So I'm going to come a little bit further up there, and that's looking good to me. That means that I'm level at both sides.
I do love the kind of grid pattern on that die.
Yeah,
it's very, very attractive.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So let's just bring that one back because I can feel that I've gone through. So let's take that away. So you can start to see that amazing lily in there. So let's cut the other side. So clean
like you
it
said
out.
before, perfect for paper piecing these.
Oh, it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. So I just place it so it's level with itself. And then run that one back through. And then you're going to get that beautiful oval within the centre. So here we go, look. Look how beautiful that matches up. So you've got that gorgeous, let's put the white behind it so that you can see.
Beautiful.
How amazing is that? It's stunning. Yeah? So,
now, can I just apologise, if you're in a queue, please either stay there, we'll get to you quickly, hopefully. Won't be, it's about a 2-minute queue at the moment, it's not the end of the world, but if you want to use the website to avoid the queue, that's always a good idea. Hochanda.com is the website address. Pop things in your basket and check out, and you'll beat the queue.
right, I'm just going to stick this corner back down because it's popped up. Okay. So we've already started to colour this in. So we're going to just quickly colour the flowers in. So we're actually going to use the cherry bomb and we're going to use the Catherine wheel.
Right.
Okay. So just a tad of that. And a little bit of that. Oh, far too much. Oh well.
Big puff.
So let's get some water activated here. And we're just going to make ourselves a little bit of paste up.
Well, it's vibrant, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it won't be in a minute. We'll take the colour down in just a minute. We're just going to add a big, vibrant blob to begin with, and then we can dilute it down. So let's clean that off, get some more water involved, and then we can bleed it down.
Becomes a more pinkier colour
It does.
Than bright red.
It does. And it's going to give you the illusion of a stargazer. So we're just bleeding that colour down.
I haven't bought lilies for ages. I think I could treat myself to some.
I love lilies.
Yeah,
Lilies were my wedding flower.
Was it?
Yeah, I had stargazers.
They are my favourite flower.
Yeah.
Because they're so dramatic.
The only problem is cats are allergic to them, aren't they? Yeah, the poison.
All right. Well, I had 2 cats when I had lilies in the kitchen, and they never had a problem. I suppose they didn't jump up at the table, but...
Yeah, no, my cat doesn't have a... Well, he doesn't really go to the flowers, but cardboard boxes, don't get me started with cardboard boxes.
That's the best Christmas present any cat could have, is a cardboard box.
And paper bags. Oh, my Lord. My husband bought a brand new pair of jeans the other week, and he left them on the footstool in the lounge in this brown bag. And went to work, and he was working away from home, and I didn't think anything of this bag. And I'm laid on the sofa, and you know when you're half and half asleep?
Constantly.
I became very aware that this bag was moving.
Oh, you think you're dreaming it?
And I absolutely wet myself. I just didn't know what was going on. Didn't know were it a ghost? Were I actually asleep? Was I awake? And then all of a sudden, Toby jumps out of this bag.
Not wearing the jeans then?
No. He did actually frighten me because I wasn't aware at that time. I was virtually asleep.
Funny.
So, just finishing off that little bit. But look
that
how...
is looking really stargazery now, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't they look beautiful?
More intense in the middle,
Yeah,
lighter on the
just
edge.
have a little bit more on that one there. So you can see how easy it is to start to build up. Now these are our aqua shimmers. Okay, so I'm going to have a bit more bling. So I'm just at the base.
So this is just a clear overlay, so it's not going to add any colour, as it were. It's a clear solution. That's
It is. Now the mica powders have got a beautiful sheen in there, but this here is just going to give me that little bit more. And it just gives me a bit of bling. Yeah? So just the centre of those flowers have got that little bit of... There we go.
Lovely.
Yeah.
They still fascinate me, those pens.
They
How
do.
they do that.
I know. Right, so looking at our box. Yeah, one side, left, right. We don't need the extra little bit on that one.
Oh, you don't, right.
So what we can do is we can chop that one away, because that is going to glue onto that one there. So let's get some glue. Now this is one of the easiest bags to put together. It really is. So adhesive straight down there. I'm going to take that one off.
And also it's one of the most popular boxes, not only one of the easiest to put together, but one of the most popular from a packaging point of view. It can look very, very beautiful. You can decorate it or not, as the case may be. It can just be a simple plain box if you want it to be.
So at this stage, what bag do you want to make? So if you want to make a bag that doesn't have the handles on, you can either chop the handles off but leave yourself a glue tab, so you're gluing it inside, or you can just fold these handles and glue those handles on the inside.
Right.
But what I would do is I would cut down there, so I've got a glue tab on one side, I take that handle away, so that then there's none of this hanging inside the bag. Yeah?
I like it with the handles though.
Yeah, but the other one, which is that one, it's got a little tab there. This has come on the inside. That has been glued, that's on the inside, look. That's been glued onto there, and then that has been wrapped around the front.
So it's like a clasp.
So it's like a clutch bag.
Yeah.
Yeah? In this instance, we're not going to do that.
So there's 3 different ways of making your it's like 3 in 1, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So we're just going to add some adhesive onto this panel front and place that onto there. We've then got the little ears for the top, decorate. So you've got your left and your right hand.
There's so many dies in this set for this price of $12.99. Even if you just make a couple of bags now and again, it's going to pay for itself in no time.
It is, with no problem. So let's place that one onto there. You even get the little earpieces for the side here. Okay, now I did have my other ears. Where are my other ears? Here they are. So we're going to die cut these ones as well. So we've already used the outside edge.
Right.
Let's get rid of that. And you have its matching friend. So your ends are going to match the front. Let's turn that card over so it's in the right direction.
Just to actually get the outside cutting edge of the pillar box itself would be great at $12.99. But to get all the decorative panels as well, there's so much engineering and thought that's gone into this.
So let's take this one.
That's what you're going to get. That's how it's going to come. Lots of inspiration on the front.
And that is going to give me my little panels. I love the stripes. There's something about a stripe and a chevron.
And I cut another one out of different coloured and then paper piece it.
Yeah.
That would look so effective.
It would.
And you know everything's going to fit perfectly.
Yeah. So let's do this one.
They're saying they should have done it blue and orange so it matched my shirt.
I love that shirt.
Thank you, I do too.
I do. I think
it's a bit Marmite. Some people like
I think it's really fresh looking.
That's what I thought. It's cheerful.
As my mother would say, very clean day, very clean looking.
Oh, good.
So let's just go on here. So let's take that one.
You're waiting to see the shirts I'm getting for Christmas.
Are they good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not adjust your sets.
So let's just...
I got one yesterday. I've been looking for a shirt for ages with little stars on it.
All right.
And there's a well-known designer in London that had a sale on that started yesterday.
But why not?
And there was one in there. I thought, back of the net.
Yeah, why not? Bring it on. So we've got our panels now. So let's place our panels onto our bag. So that one on that side. That one on that side. So I'm going to turn this over. Now I want to secure the top of my bag because I want it to stay shut. So I'm just going to put a strip of tape down there. Take that away. And all I'm doing, it's so hard, you know, just fold it straight over the top. I can't make it look hard, I'm sorry. And then we open it up. I like that.
So would you suggest red liner tape rather than glue, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So, we should have bent it first, but hey, we can do this without. So, just go down your score line. We should have bent it before we actually closed it. But hey, you can see that you can easily go down. So that's one side. Let's do the other side as well. Open it up. Follow the score line. Close that one off. Do the other side as well. Close that one off. And then the only other thing that I need is my little cheeky Bobby Dazzler that's hiding at the top of my mat. So let's take him away. And then take some hot glue.
And that was the prickly pear glitter.
That was the prickly pear.
Which you'll find on the website. Oh,
and
look at that
is going to give me...
Now, isn't that
beautiful little bag?
Isn't that one of the most glamorous pillow boxes you've ever seen? Because you can really keep them nice and simple and plain, or decorate them as much or as little as you like. But these dies are going to give you that option. You know, if you make and sell, this is going to be fantastic for you, because it's going to give you a packaging that is going to be very, very impressive. It's only going to cost you, once you've bought the dies, the cost of an A4 sheet of cardstock.
Absolutely.
So very, very affordable indeed. £12.99. Even at £19.99, it's a steal, but at £12.99, it's just too good to miss out on. It's part of our big save. And not content with giving you one decorative element for the front of the pillow box, like we've just shown you with that fantastic lily, you're actually getting two. So if you just want something very geometric rather than a flower, that's the other pattern that you've got to play with. Now you can thread your ribbon through those holes if you want to, fine ribbon. You can use your Nuvo drops and kind of punctuate a pattern with that. You could even, if you wanted to, put someone's initials either side. You could put, you know, like a P or a D or something like that, using Nuvo drops, or again, using ribbon if you wanted to personalise it in that way. What a nice idea, actually. Put someone's initial on the front of the parcel that's got a gorgeous piece of jewellery inside it, or whatever it may be. So, all you need to do today is just spend £12.99, no P&P, of course, if you're a Freedom Club member, or £2.95 if you aren't, and it will be with you very, very soon. We'll get it to you shortly after Christmas. 158224, half the stock of this is now gone, and there are 2 shows scheduled for it to be in today, so it looks like it's going to sell out. It's whether you get one with the name and address on it, or someone else does, and someone else beats you. The pillow bag dies, always popular, but at this price, crazy value. 158224. Now, also another very popular item down the other end of the counter, the second most popular item of the show, are our card packs. Now, there are 24 sheets in each of these packs. You don't choose, you're going to get the lot. Those oval dies, by the way, and circular dies, they're also available. But these are your card pads, or card packs. You get 24 on the December skies, that's all your silvers and your blues. Your festive lights, they're quite Christmassy colours. You've got your reds and greens, and also golds, of course, there as well. You've then got your autumn maple, obviously all the kind of burnt coppers and browns. Then in the middle, my favourite one is the rose gold. You've got a bit of silver in there as well. And then the last one is the mint blush, which is the one that's got all the texture. Let me just show you, let me pick up the rose one again, because I know lots of you love this colour. I just think it's gorgeous. They call it lover's gold, don't they, rose gold? If you just see here, you've got one with a texture to it, or one with like a satin finish to it, which is really, really eye-catching. You've got some silver mirrored foil in there as well. So you've got 2 colours. You get the rose and you get the silver, and again, they're both in mirrored and in the satin finish. So that's the first pad I want to show you. The other one, which is the mint blush, this is gorgeous because you've got not only fantastic cardstock, good quality and thickness, but look at the effects that you've got on there as well. That almost embossed effect. It looks like it's been etched, doesn't it? Very beautiful. We've then got the quilting, kind of crisscross quilting. We've then got, as you can see, the beautiful embossed floral. They are total luxury. They really, really are. And there's that pattern that Jodie said her husband had a tie in that colour and in that style as well. Beautiful. Whether you're either die cutting them or whether you're matting and layering with them. They are 6x6 and you get a lot of cardstock for your money, you really do. £20.66 is your Freedom discounted price. That's a delivered price. Otherwise it's £22.95 if you're not on Freedom, plus £2.95 P&P. 728938. Now, coming up on Hochanda today, if you ever want to know, not quite sure what's when, always go to our website. Sometimes there are some changes and things like that, but very often this is the kind of Bible for the day. So you can see here at 11 o'clock, Joe is back with the fabrics from the Mill Shop Online. Pink Pig Journaling, I'll see you for that one at 12 o'clock. That's with Joe Channon. The Sizzix One Day Special is there at 1. Mill Shop Online back again at 2. More Tonic Big Savings with Janice at 3 o'clock.
It's all the Joes today.
Isn't it?
Joe Shannon, Joe from Mill Shop, Joe Jody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dave. That didn't work.
Right, so we're going to play with those beautiful flower apertures, okay? Now, I have to say, I am surprised if these last the day because the versatility of them is beautiful. So, we're going to use the pansy one. Now, I've got my base core shape here that I want my card to be on. I'm using the little oval, okay, that comes with it. Now I'm just going to turn my mat over.
So is that shape from a die that's in the set?
It is.
Right.
So this is the die set that we are going to use. Now what happens is you can, if I turn that die over the correct way, you can see that they nest into that die there. Okay. Now, if I was to just put that one on there, I would have no idea whether I was actually in the right position. So what you need to do is you need to bring in the corresponding dies at the same time. Lock them together and then you're able to move it about so your aperture is central. Yeah? So that now looks right to me.
Yeah.
It looks level in the middle. So stick that down and then take those away.
A good idea as well will be to do what Jodie's done and to put these on magnetic sheets because obviously there's a lot going on in there and if you get them mixed up it may take you a little while to work out what goes where.
Yeah.
So keep them on separate magnetic sheets would be a good idea. They'll be on the website if you want to find them, if you want to write those to your order.
Yeah, so now I have my aperture. Now I want this to be onto a card blank as well, so I'm going to take the same shape again. I'm going to level it onto the front of there. I'm going to clean my die out a minute because I do stand a better chance if there's no bits and pieces stuck in there. And that's level, and I'm going to put that die back in. Okay. Now I'm not thinking that this will cut through both these sheets, but what I am thinking is it's going to give me a mark on the sheet below.
Right, so it'll give you a guide as to where it's going to be.
Yeah, because I want this to be an aperture card.
Right.
But I want the front to be quite thick, because obviously this is not very thick card, so I'm doubling my card up basically.
Might it cut through both?
Well, we shall see, shall we? We'll have a blooming good go. So let's have a look.
Cut through both.
It's done both.
Thought it would.
So just these little cheeky bits. It's not done those little cheeky bits. I tell you what, let's leave those cheeky little bits in.
Okay.
Okay. So let's take that one. So that is the front. So I'm going to stick that onto there. So I've now got a nice substantial card front.
So it's double the thickness basically, yeah?
Yeah, because your front of your card, you want it to be a nice substantial weight, don't it?
They're saying it looks like the Batman logo when it's projected. Is it? I suppose, yeah. Maybe a little bit, yeah. Oh, the way